Is that him?
Yeah.
I think that's him.
Just in time. Jesus.
Faster, faster.
We're about to start.
Started already.
Close the door, close.
Close. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Wow, long
Oh my
ah.
god.
On time, on target ah.
I apologize. It wasn't my fault. This reminds me of an argument with Lina. I never think it's my fault. Then she also never think it's her fault.
Isn't this like par for course in a couple relationship?
Okay, I think
it's like
we
no
are-
one thinks it's their fault.
Okay, I think we're live.
We have to go for therapy.
Are you guys
course,
going through
in
a
a
couple
therapy?
relationship?
Talk about it later.
We're live. Okay, don't say anything that you don't want it to be recorded permanently forever on the internet.
Guys, do you know I discovered this amazing thing? One of the few undervalued things in Singapore. Angie, do you know what is a roll jobbing?
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my God. I ate
It's
it
one of
at
my
the-
favorite things.
Yeah, so at the Chinese fried dough store, right?
Yeah.
There are these fried items, which I usually don't touch, but there's this non-fried item called rou jiabing. I actually don't know how to say it. It just looks like, is it rou jiabing? Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's just like a Chinese pancake,
yeah,
right?
the Chinese. No, it's not fried. It's not fried. It's not pancake. It's like a pita bread. It's like a pita style.
It's
but
more
of course
like
with the
Chinese. It's more like Chinese burger lah. Basically,
Yeah, it's
that's
Chinese
how.
It's
burger.
crispy and it's got like
It's
meat.
not crispy. It's not crispy.
It's not
It's
crispy.
flaky.
Not the crispy version. I know which one you're talking about. It's the dough, the bun.
wow.
Okay, I like the crispy
floury
version.
No, I've not had that. I only had the crispy version.
Okay, the crispy version is the not so fresh one because they have got to put the meat inside, then fry it, right? So this one is fresh. So they put the floury dough, right? Then they put pork belly, they put cucumbers, and they put coriander.
Okay.
And then it's chili oil. Oh my God.
Okay.
Jesus Christos. Yeah,
I
it's
like
so
this
good.
thing called liang pi.
Liang pi.
Yeah, it's like this
liang pi.
like noodle.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what kind of starch they make it out of, but they put a lot of like chili oil and vinegar and garlic and stuff. And
Correct.
it's like
correct,
the
correct,
best thing
correct,
ever.
correct. It's death. It's good, but it's death.
There's this outlet that I go to in Paya Lebar, and then they have the same outlet in Jurong, and the one in Jurong was so much more like spicy and oily, and I'm like, okay, maybe they cater to the
Chinese tastes.
Chinese in Jurong.
Correct.
The only thing I want to know, Dan Wong,
Yes, sir.
have you walked into any more glass doors recently?
Thankfully, no.
Have you had more traumatic brain injuries to add to the
I
score?
did fall down recently. I did fall down.
I hope it's not on a piece of glass.
No. I was just on a bicycle. Then my tires are very smooth. Because okay, so what's going on right now is that I'm very
Get a
poor.
rental.
I'm very poor. No, it's my own bicycle. I'm very poor.
Oh, is
And,
that why you have all these on your hand? Is that
What are
from
those?
your fall?
Yes and no. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is on my legs. That's why I'm wearing this to cover my legs. So yeah, it's just that there are a lot of things I'm trying to put off because I'm like really, really poor right now. Like I need to get a new aircon. I need to go for a filling in my teeth. I need to change my bicycle tires and my brake pads. But I just don't have the money to do it.
Okay.
$20 is $20, Dan Wong. Time to
So,
suck some
ladies
dick.
and gentlemen, if you are feeling really charitable, come and donate to the Dan Wong Mutual Fund cause. You can help Dan Wong get new teeth, new bicycle tires, all these things that help keep Dan Wong alive and kicking.
I think you should start like an OnlyFans, you know. You can start posting your feet pics. Your
My
feet are not that terrible.
Quite ugly, actually.
They're not that terrible. You can do like interesting things with them, like smush them into watermelon and honeydew and
No, I tell you the way to go now.
Yes.
Okay, is to fart on cakes. Okay,
Is what?
You just need to find a cake.
A cake?
You find a cake.
Okay.
Okay.
Fart
and then
on
you
it.
fart on it. You just fart on the cake.
How
So
does...
the cream flies everywhere.
Yeah, but visually it won't come out as anything. Nothing will happen.
No. Things will happen. You need to, first of all, there's a science to it one. You must eat like
Okay.
certain type of diet. You cannot just like, oh, I'm just gonna go on my regular day, eat the 肉夹饼, and then just like what? No. Okay, you gotta get on like high beans,
High starch.
Yeah. Okay, you need to get on like you need to build up more gas than the Nazis did. Okay, you need to have more gas than basically the fucking planet Jupiter, and then after that you need to hold it. You need to hold it in, then Wong. Okay,
Hold it in,
you need to clench that sphincter muscle that's been thoroughly destroyed in your body.
Okay.
But you need to find a way to go and Kegel. You need to Kegel that thing.
Correct.
Okay, you need to Kegel that thing in. And then in one glorious blow, you need to
Right.
Tashi blow that cake off
On
his
the
lid,
cake.
and
Excellent.
then people will pay you good money for that.
You guys are not fact checking him, right? You guys. He says something this ridiculous, and you take it like to be the
No.
truth.
Angie already knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Then Wong, do you know that like there are guys with scat fetish out there,
Guys with scat fetish.
and they pay women
They
good
pay
money
women. That one I know.
to shit on them.
That one I know.
And
That one
they
I know.
like insist that like you know
That one I
they
know.
sometimes have to specify the diet like that the women have to eat before they
Correct,
shit on them.
correct.
Like you have to eat like chocolates and cakes
Correct.
for a week or something,
That I
and then
know,
you
yeah.
shit on them, and sometimes
Correct.
they eat the shit because
Sometimes
they're
they
so
eat the
into it.
shit,
Like
correct.
there's nothing that men do that like the depraved shit that men do that surprises me.
Okay.
Anyways,
But
Anyways,
maybe our audience are
welcome
surprised.
welcome everyone to the LongKangKitties. This is John Wang, your
Jerry is just
most
shaking his head.
handsome, non-cake farting man ever on the face of the planet. We have the full crew here today. We have over here Jerry, done with life Jerry. We're just kicking off with some degenerate troglodyte shit.
Why are you so like this? Why are you so like that?
Depravity. Jerry, just fall into depravity. Just fall back. Just lean into it.
He can't. He has to be a responsible man because he got 3 babies to take care of.
That's true.
But wait, so do you? You have 2.
I have to.
Yeah.
There's some bad news, guys. My cat has got cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
So I'm quite sad.
Shit.
Yeah. But we're going for chemotherapy, likely.
How much does it cost to send cats for chemo?
About
cheap.
$500-$600 a month. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not cheap.
So guys, this is why I cannot get a new haircut. I cannot get bicycle tires. Cannot get a new tooth filling. Cannot pay
Okay.
for the usual pornos. All has got to go.
I
in
mean,
favor of
porn has to be
chemotherapy.
like your last priority, right? Since you
It
can get
depends,
so
it
much
depends.
free ones online.
It depends. Maybe because if let's say right, you have got a porn addiction, for instance, then it will be the first thing on your list.
No, I think Dan has to support his OnlyFans Xiao San.
OnlyFans. What's a Xiao San? Mistress, is it?
Mistress lah.
How many have you got? must bet.
Owner, okay, owner.
How many are you feeding right now, then
Must have
Wong?
a few.
Quite a number.
Oh,
Oh no, then wrong.
Hey, if I don't put out money, how are they going to eat? How are they going to take the food, put the food on their tables?
You
I'm
should
sure they'll
pay
do
for, you should
fine.
buy your own food, bro. Can't buy that cake. Start with that, alright? Start with some high beans diet, alright? Start.
You know, I was reading online like this article that was looking into how much money a regular average OF girl makes,
Correct.
and it's apparently
Isn't
only
it like
like
$200?
$200.
Yeah, isn't it like 200 USD or
Yeah.
200 pounds or something? Yeah.
And it's so
Shit.
sad. It's so sad.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, it's sad, not good shit. Why is it sad, not good shit? 200 pounds a day, right?
A
No,
month.
a month.
Cannot be 200 pounds a month lah.
Like
No,
a
that's the average. That's the average.
We're not talking about the people who really make it big. Like the
Oh.
average girl on OnlyFans is not earning all that much money.
I see.
Sadly.
Okay, that makes
Oh, well.
sense. That
That's
makes
quite
sense.
normal because so many people jump into it, and everybody think, oh, I can be like that guy.
Correct.
It's just like YouTube. How many Mr. Beasts are there out there?
Yeah, well,
Guys, we can find a way to monetize this.
everybody is delusional.
Dilulu, we must say
Yeah,
Dilulu.
Dilulu is the Solulu. You must keep up with the kids.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, audience, for joining us this night. The reason why we are having it on a weekday instead of a weekend is because Jerry had work on the weekends, and he was very insistent that we cannot do weekends. Jerry, tell us what work you're up to over the weekends.
I'm trying to source more money for the OF ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are not paying.
I pay good money, Jerry. I pay
Because you're
very
not
good
paying.
money.
Because
How dare you
somebody's
question
cat
my devotion?
got cancer.
So sad.
Did you just make fun of his
Oh my
cat with
gosh.
cancer?
Jerry, you went
Yes.
there.
Oh my god, you
The
monster.
OF ladies need your money.
You fucking monster.
So Jerry, you would actually like pay OF girls over your cat's cancer fees?
No, I'm soliciting money for them, not, I'm not paying them.
Actually, OF girls don't need PIM, right? The PIM is OF, right? The website,
Yeah,
the
PIM
platform is.
Yes, the PIM is
Yeah.
OF.
So what can a real pimp do that OF cannot?
Just ask Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is the OF pimp.
He can pretend to be a man, pretend to be a girl and type out stuff for
That's
you.
true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I guess.
But the OnlyFans platform cannot protect their creators physically, right? But an actual pimp can, right?
I mean, like if it's OF,
Hard to say,
most of
man.
them don't even meet their
Yeah, it's hard
the
to say, man.
the dudes who support them in real life,
No,
unless
man,
they
they've
want
got to
to.
be a bunch of like fucking creepy stalkers. You guys know this. Like stalkers are everywhere.
Well, that's true.
There was I don't know how real it is. There's a story about this guy, and he paid like 5 figures to go see his OF.
Oh, I know who
小三.
you're talking about.
Right, and then all he got was a hug.
And then she took the money and
took the
went,
money and went
went
on
holiday with
a
her boyfriend.
Wait, I think that one is
Might
a
be the
it's a sensationalized.
Yeah.
I think the lady got in touch with the guy to sensationalize this story. So they fabricate like a PR thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it could be
wow.
fake,
Yeah,
it
so
could be fake.
that if the story and your story in my head lines up, I believe it's the fake one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a fake one. Yeah, it's too perfect. Really.
Jerry, you shouldn't play it down. For some people, a hug lasts an eternity. When it's somebody that you really want to pay money for,
Not for
sometimes a hug-
$16,000, okay?
Yeah,
not for.
$16,000
it's
can
5
be
figures,
dragged to an eternity.
No, wasn't there this local fella who
Yeah.
actually filled up the form to join the presidential election with the jellyfish name, I can't remember. But he was
yeah.
he's one of those people.
Turritopsis
Yeah,
dorni.
Turritopsis or don't know what. And he pays money to like AV stars,
Correct,
and then I think he
correct.
lost his virginity to one, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
Right?
Correct,
Or something like that.
Correct.
Let me
yeah.
fact check myself.
I think who's that? Jonathan Leong, right? Got into an interview with him.
Who?
Jonathan Leong is the guy behind Singaplex.
Oh, okay.
The guy who draws
Okay,
creatures
yeah.
with green eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was what was that? Zero cool.
Zero cool. Yeah, but now he's
not
got
so cool.
his podcast is growing because he has this segment called Night Crawlers. Look up Jonathan Leong. Can I advertise it? Can I advertise for
Are you
other
fucking
people?
being paid by him? You fucking being paid by him again? Are you taking sponsorships? Let us know.
You're like so desperate for money, you're just like, hey dude, Nightcrawler dude, just give me like $20, I'll pimp you out on the LongKangKitties.
Yeah, the $20 can go to my Xiaosan,
Wait. So this Turritopsis guy, I'm just reading this article on Yahoo. He says that his lifelong dream is to be a JAV actor so that he can be intimate with all
Is
the
it a
pretty,
chubby one?
pretty
Yeah. He's famous.
Japanese girl.
Yeah.
And then in this article, and I read this straight from the article, okay? With a straight face, he goes on to share that he once approached former Workers' Party Secretary General Low Tia Kiang for help because the government was making him hear voices. According to him, he was then told that he should pay the Institute of Mental Health a visit.
Okay. Good advice by Lo Tia Kiang.
Oh my god. So hilarious. No way. Anyways, yeah. Why are we talking about this dude?
Absolutely no good reason
Since my
whatsoever.
primary school days when we were living in Yishun. He's from Yishun.
You should, oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
Guys,
god.
can we invite
Another
him?
reason
I think
to build
if
the
I
wall.
invite him, I could get him on. I could.
Yeah, we should actually.
Yeah.
But do you want to open
Not
your
to
house?
this place.
Yeah,
No, no,
I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no,
say,
yeah,
do you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
open your house to this guy? I
First of
don't
all,
think
if anything happens, I'm the first. You all look to me for protetion. I'm like, nope, I'm out of here.
John, you can
I
take
will.
him lah. Fucking hell, you can definitely take him lah.
I think
I'm not gonna fight a crazy dude. Okay, I am not going to risk my life on some like crazy JV voices in his head. Tupsy, okay, like a former politician trying to run for president. Oh my goodness, this guy has all of the hallmarks, right, of psycho eyes. Okay,
Right.
like he's just wacky and fun on the outside. Everyone looks at him and just underestimate him. Bro,
Deep down inside, he's
he
like
probably like killed at least like
Oh
15
my
chickens already. Okay,
He's the 30 step wound guy.
I think he's easily 45 and above. I mean, let's just be real here.
He's so into like conspiracy theories. Like just in one article, he talks about so many conspiracy theories.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
I think you'll be good friends. I think you'll be good.
I'm just reading this fucking article. Okay, anyways, yeah.
He's my chungus friend.
All right, shall we dive straight into the topic? We have at least 2 topics tonight. Possible a third one.
223.
Huh?
Only 2.
How many you want?
Our viewers came on to at least, get their money's worth of like
Come on,
250 topics.
It's a weeknight.
What
Oh my
are our
God.
viewers
To work
doing?
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
can I just
that's
read?
true, that's
I'm
true,
still
that's true.
reading this article on Yahoo, and can I just read this
Sure.
paragraph? Yet Eun Ming has never had the opportunity to insert his penis into a woman's vagina.
The fuck is this on Yahoo?
Only to eventually discover that this delicious honey pot is not the answer to all of life's eternal questions. It's literally here. I'm not making this shit up. Like, who wrote this article and how did it get published? What the fuck? Amazing.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
rough. No, I'm not talking about the
That's why
vaginas, you
Yahoo
pervert.
Asia is
Is this like
firing all the
fanfic? Is this like
people.
bloody fanfic? What the hell? Who wrote this?
This is on Yahoo.
Yeah, it's on Yahoo.
It's such
Who's
a
the
long
author?
article.
Who's the author?
That's the
It's
reason
so
why
funny.
Yahoo is retrenching all of them.
Julian Wong.
Julian Wong.
Written
hey,
in 2018.
Hey, you know,
2018.
Julian.
You know Yahoo Asia or Yahoo Singapore?
Correct.
right? They
All
let-
all gone already.
All gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think only Neil Humphreys is remaining.
Right.
Yeah.
Angmo
All
power.
Oh, well.
More to Aki. Yeah.
No, but he's the only one that's really writing something, interesting and unique, right?
Right,
Like
right.
when his podcast about the local football, I thought that was actually a very honest talk about local football.
He started with local football, right? But now he's like talking about politics, talking
He
about
talks about
education.
everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
He was
Okay.
just talking a lot. He just did an article recently about the
The segue is
the
real.
new Raffles.
The new Raffles.
Statue
The new Raffles.
that was
new
erected.
Raffles.
There's a new Raffles statue.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
There's one
Yes, sir.
right, the brand new one right in the heart of the Botanical Gardens, donated by some thingamabob over some East Anglia University alumni. Scraped together a bunch of money instead of buying a cheap Porsche or cheap Porsche.
Correct.
They decided to put up this statue of
a statue of a dead white man.
They should erect a statue of another dead white man.
Yes.
Right? William
Farquhar.
Farquhar.
Right,
His
right,
name
yeah,
is
yeah. Farquhar doesn't get enough
because he is the
love.
one who created the botanical
Yeah,
gardens. and-
he's the planner.
you
Yeah,
know.
Farquhar is the one who has the botanical illustration collection
Yes.
in
Right.
the National Museum of Singapore.
Right.
Gee,
Right. I think everybody know by now, right? Like Farquhar is the more Taiwan, they kena tukan by Raffles all the time. Raffles,
Yeah, Raffles is
never
like
got off
one.
his boat.
Okay, Raffles is the quintessential paper pusher. Like he
Yeah lah.
come in, never do anything, ask Farquhar to do all the shit, and then he reap all the reward.
Actually, it's the other way around. He's like
Oh.
the swashbuckling captain. It's like, we're gonna fucking settle here.
Mm.
And Farquhar, you will figure everything out.
Correct.
And
Just
I'll
figure
go
it
back
out.
home and report to the queen. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but he's the guy who steals all the merits and work that other people have done to
Because he led the mission, but the
get
2IC,
promoted.
which is William Farquhar, is actually the one in charge of everything.
Can I also say that Raffles got more recognition simply because he's the better looking chap? What do you guys think?
Maybe
I
not
think
a
it's because of his
balding
name.
guy.
I think it's because of his name. Raffles sounds so much more classy than Farquhar.
I tell you, man, being
I-
handsome in life, right, just goes so far, so long. I tell you, you wouldn't believe like the unbelievable amount of privileges that I've received as a result. So I know Dan Wong, I know exactly what you're talking about. But okay, so with regards to this particular incident for the erection of the statue, I guess the main the word that we see over and over again, right, is like about the decolonization of our history, lah. Any of y'all familiar with this term? It's like, so there's the decolonize, which is the so-called there's the verb of it, which is the act of removing the former colonial powers, and then there's the noun, which is the philosophy of decolonization. Maybe I just check in with you guys first, see if y'all have any inkling of what's that about. And chime in with your thoughts if you do. Yeah.
The second one that you described seems to involve education.
Tearing down all the statues.
Yeah, tearing down is the first one, right? That means the physical stuff. The second one is like education and shit, right? Where you go into a university.
Education and shit.
I'm not the most articulate man.
Educate. I need to get me some education and shit.
Education. I want to go get some education and break books.
Yes, basically you need to get you some education
Angie,
and
you are the
shit.
leftist of us all. What?
Actually, I'm not. You are.
What?
The most lefty
No,
out
I
of.
was about to ask whether you knew what he was talking about. I never knew there was this like difference between the noun and the verb.
I mean, there is like
Okay.
right.
Tell us.
But and also like decolonialization has been kind of like a school of thought that's been getting more and more popular as recently. And then like of course a lot of the universities have students studying that and then like learning about the history and then learning how to decolonize the history
Decolonize the
from
history, right.
like the official narrative of like, oh, white man is come here to save for us, give us education and then give us medication. If not, otherwise we will always be a fishing village.
Okay.
Thank you, white people. That kind of shit.
Okay. Yeah, but that's happening, right? That's definitely happening, right? I mean, that's why the statue was erected, right? And then the guy who erected the statue...
it got erected because it's not happening enough, right? They are still like, oh my god, Raffles is like such a big Ang Mo Toki.
Correct. John, do you want to read what the erector said about Malay kings? That one
No, that's not the
yes.
erector. That's the...
That's not erector.
I think one of our former ambassadors, if I'm not mistaken.
Former ambassadors, wow.
Yeah, I think his name is Bidari or something.
Bilahari.
It's
Bilahari.
Bilahari Kasikan, really. He's the guy that,
Yeah.
that talks smack about the Malay
So
kings.
he is the one who said that the Malay kings have done nothing for us. So okay, this is where the decolonization movement, right, has
Yes.
there's like the base level of what we need to like tear down statues, but that's like the physical act lah. The actual meat and potato of like a decolonization movement is I'm going to teach you a new word today, okay? Then
Tell
pay
me,
attention. Get ready. Prepare your butthole to be educated and shit.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So the word of the day is epistemology. Have you ever heard of this word?
Epistemology. Sounds quite cheap.
Something
yes.
about urine, the piss.
No, it's like fucking the meaning of words or something. Or say entomology. Epistemology is why the word is what the word is.
No,
right?
no. So
I think it's
epistemology...
education.
Yeah, so get your money's worth then wrong. So epistemology is about
Yes.
the source of knowledge. Where does knowledge come from?
Oh, okay.
So knowledge, when we talk about epistemology, we're talking about like a branch of philosophy. And when we talk about the branch of philosophy, knowledge is justified true beliefs. Okay? So there's this whole branch of sociology that's going out there. And what they're functionally claiming is, there used to be this way of thinking among the natives before they were colonized. Okay, so they used to be thinking in different ways, which is most likely probably true lah. Okay, so they had a different system of governance. They have a different system of let's say gender roles, different system of medicine, and so on and so forth. Right.
Yeah.
So there's all this initial epistemic foundation that the people of that region had. And then white people came in and said, nope, none of this works for me. Get rid of all of it and say ours is superior. And then now we're going to institute all these things. Our epistemology. So this is the crux of the decolonization movement. Okay, so there is of course erecting another statue of Raffles is like chaff some people's asshole in all sorts of wrong way. Okay, but for the academics, what they are really, really upset about is that there's still this worldview that's being passed on from even all those many years ago down to this day, in which that we still feel like the white people epistemic foundation is the only epistemic foundation out there, and that what the white people have essentially done is something called epistemicide. So they have killed off epistemic foundation of the natives pre-colonialism.
Motherfucker. I mean, if they didn't come out and do this shit, who knows where would we have gone in the advances in black magic, for instance?
Demo, you're like,
What? I'm serious.
you're just like the
we
most.
could be communing his spirits right now.
You're just like the most.
How do you know we are not?
Whoa.
You're just like the most subtle racist I've ever met in my life.
Fuck off, man.
I mean, like people are like the academics. They're just like, oh, you know, we could have so like, what's that thing that mushroom, the ave danya, or don't know. There's like this hallucinogenic mushroom. Actually,
Right,
Angie,
right,
you
right.
should know, right? What is it? Something ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, yeah.
So the academics are just like, oh, you know, ayahuasca could have been like part of like our medical foundation, and it has all these properties, it's all these whatever wonderful things
we
that
should
could
go
have
and
been
try,
could have
guys.
been introduced into our medicine and could have helped all these people.
Perhaps.
And then Dan Wong, right, is just like, hey guys, you know what? You know what, bros?
We could have talked to spirits.
We could have like cursed people. We could have put a pox on other people's manhood.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit, we could I could have
We could be holding 2 coconuts up right now and asking like spirits
how
what
do
they
we
I
think.
could have hold like 2 bamboo shoots,
Yeah, how do
okay,
we know
and
we
then
cannot
actually
see
peep
the
at women.
future?
I could have like look at my OF girls, look at my OF Xiao San. I don't need to pay her anymore. I just
why are you
need some.
guys taking such a derisive tone? I mean what I say. I really want to learn like black magic and the esoteric.
I mean, you
occult
could
arts.
still.
No, there are too many quacks.
You
and
just
the-
need to go
all
to
the real ones I cannot find already.
Go to Golden Mile.
Those are the fake ones, and not all
my
the
God, are
powerful
you
ones. in
serious?
the-
No, like you-
No, guys. You know that there are like levels in terms of like
Black
the
magic.
psychic arts. Yeah, we are looking for like gamma or delta level psychics. If you get the poorer levels, it's useless one, waste of time.
I just want to say that one time I went to a crystal shop. There was this man that walked in, and I'm very oblivious to all this kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
But then 2 of my friends who were there with me suddenly, all of a sudden, dragged me to the opposite side of the shop. And then I was just like, huh, what's going on? Of course, they didn't tell me. Then the guy walked around. Every time he walked anywhere near us, then my friend would drag me to the most like opposite side in the shop. And after he walked out of the shop, right?
Yeah.
The shopkeeper
Yeah.
took out an incense and then like cleansed the entire shop.
fuck?
Nobody said a word. And I was just like, what's going on?
Fuck.
going
I think
on?
I'm like you. I'm totally like you. We don't have
Yeah,
the psychic potential at all.
It's like, we just go through the world like blind.
Yeah. So obviously your friends see something or feel something or smell
Yeah.
something, and the shopkeeper also does the same thing. Maybe he's like, okay, Edmund, you say first. What do your friends say? What were their
My
experience?
friend, I don't know if it's true, but according to my friend, she said that like she could feel like a very, very evil presence with the guy. So like he's probably dabbling in a lot like very, very dark black magic something.
Ah.
I was just like, oh, he looked like a regular dude.
Right. Yeah, you see, John, this thing is real. Black magic is real. There is a other universe.
I only deal in white magic. Okay, white magic
Ew, white magic is for
is
pussies.
black magic for white folks.
White magic is colonialism.
I only deal in colonial magic. Okay, I only want the power to colonize your ass. Okay, I just want that ass for $20. Okay, for
Okay,
the
you
for the
need-
benefit of the queen and the empire.
White
All right.
You
people-
need ships. You need guns.
No, white people magic, right, is
Yeah.
taking all your shit right, and then making you thank them for it. That's the white
Thank me
people.
now, Dan Wong.
Yeah,
Thank
that's the
me
real white people
now.
magic.
That's white magic.
They
Hallelujah.
take all your land, take all your resources, and then
Correct.
make you feel thankful for them for like throwing you a few bones.
Correct.
And then that's the real white people magic.
So,
Yeah.
as epistemicide, is the term?
Epistemicide is
epistemicide, beautiful.
the killing of the epistemology lah.
Right. Yeah, lor. I think so. Lor. But sometimes as epistemicide can be like own goal, right? Can be self-committed or like suicide, right? Like when, no, I'm serious. Like when the Cultural Revolution happened and Mao started burning people and burning books and burning like
I mean, that's not the first time
the
it happened in
TCM
China.
manuals. Sorry?
Not just
It's not the
China,
first time in
but like
China.
Ah, okay,
anywhere
okay, yeah.
where like a tyrant takes over, the first people he kills are always the bohemians, the academics, the artists.
There's so many cultural revolutions in China. Like, emperors take over, they
Right.
destroy like different cultures.
She was saying Bohemia. I was thinking of like Qin Shi Huang, to be in front of him. It's like, hello man, it's one love. It is the burn down wheat. That's
why I
Cure
say
his
Demo
nine
is just,
generations.
you're just like high, you're not low key racist, you're just high key racist. You're just like you're just over the top racist.
And Jerry, why am I getting accused of being racist when I'm
No,
not?
but okay, hang on. Why when Angie says Bohemia, you go think about,
Why do you need that
like,
Jamaican
Why
accent?
is it Jamaican? Why is
They're
that
like the
Jamaican?
best Bohemians.
I mean, Bohemian is an actual place in
Yeah,
Germany,
that's true.
right?
That's true. I know about the Bohemians.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
usually
They were
when we
killed by
talk
the Ottomans.
about Bohemians, we're talking about
Yes.
like intellectuals, artists, and stuff.
Oh,
and
those Bohemian, the boring ones. Not the ones that.
I love the way that your mind makes connections. It's a truly magical place, like in.
It is a
many
racist. It's a
different
racist. It's a
dimensions.
palace made of racism. Okay, this.
It's
we
like
just
a
wandered.
multi-dimensional palace of
We
wonders.
just wandered into the swamps of
goodness.
Dan Wong's rancid mind. Holy shit!
Oh, I hope my
Wonderful.
employers don't see this video.
You have employers,
Yeah. Plenty of them. But they've lessened in the recent years.
right?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, so anyway, regarding the epistemicide.
What were we talking about?
Epistemicide.
Epistemicide. So yeah, you can own Go, as you so eloquently put it, not just through direct destruction. You can also kind of just forget about it over time. Things do get forgotten. Things do get erased.
Like our Speak Mandarin campaign.
Yeah, I mean, like all these, they are dead languages. I think they are like more dead languages than they are spoken languages in the modern times. Something like that. So, frankly speaking, my point of view is that the decolonization movement, while I would say they have their hearts in the right place, they functionally don't have like good PR. They are not able to properly communicate what they are trying to do, and then all this has become it just end up, we just don't want another white person statue in Botanical Garden.
Like there was that case in the UK, right, where this student went to slash the painting of some founder.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's just another painting of another white dude in University Hall, and after they found out, dig up the history, and it's like, it's a slave owner in the US, but before it became the US, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, like, if you really want to protest and do damage to the paintings, as the stop oil people have been doing, I'd rather they really go do some fucking damage, instead of like just throwing soup on
Just
glass
a bit,
panels.
it's like performative.
I mean, if you really want to make a statement and you really want to say that, let's be fucking serious about this, because like there will be no art if there's no tomorrow, then make a actual proper statement. So,
but then they won't do it because they fucking hamchi ma. They all just don't want to go to jail, don't want to be actual
but
revolutionaries.
actually, I'm actually not against the creation and the erection of new white people statues, because what statues really are, right, is a repository for pigeon shit. They just sit there all day, and then birds
Correct.
come on and sit on them, and then they shit on them. And I think that's a really, really wonderful thing.
It's like, Angie, what you're saying is like me buying more cat scratching poles, the cat will not necessarily scratch less on my furniture. It's just
Right.
that with more cat scratching poles, it's less of a chance it will scratch my furniture.
No. I'm just saying that like we have no options, and we had no say in whether these statues are erected or not. But since they are already erected,
Right.
might as well let the bird shit on them. And I think what should really be done is to not waste any more taxpayers' money on cleaning them. So they're like perpetually covered in bird
covered
shit.
in guano.
Yeah. So this is what I think we should do. We shouldn't take it down. We should just let the birds do their thing.
Yeah,
Let
not
nature do its thing.
going to happen in Singapore. Okay, everything is clean and green, and we're going to hire some Bangladeshi to go and clean it. All right.
no.
So that's just the way that Singapore works.
Block is asking, have the LKK had their dinner?
No,
I have not.
I've eaten rojavik.
Oh, is that why you're late?
No, I was late because the bus came.
Don't
very
bullshit
late.
with the bus. You and your bus. Every time you come here, got bus problem.
Yeah, I always have bus problems. when I come
Every
here,
one of us
Jerry.
make it here on time. Okay, with the
Roughly.
Because you
with
guys
the
are
ever.
taking different buses.
I'm
I'm just taking
always
a
on
cab,
time now
dude.
because I live here.
And I wasn't the only one. There were other people waiting with me. A lot of other people, and they were huffing and puffing. And I'm the only guy sitting down there, twiddling my thumbs, knowing that I'm going to be late for a live stream.
Hey,
my stress is bigger than the rest of yours. You guys shouldn't look too stressed. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm the most affected out of them all. Then they are there huffing and puffing, making the huffing and puffing.
Sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, because people have already put in their due and gone to their 9 to 5s.
Yeah, they're useless 9 to 5s that bring no value to society whatsoever. We
Wow,
are bringing value
wow.
to society
This
through
critical
entertainment,
judgments.
information.
My goodness.
Well, epistemology is that then wrong.
Do you guys... were you guys affected when the lightning struck the MRT and then there was
a big crowd at UT,
yeah.
right? The poor Malaysians had to...
Do you guys get stuck?
Nope.
No.
No, I was still in KL.
I was at home the whole day.
I was just watching people doing TikToks on it.
I saw some of the TikTok. Wow, some of them got super aggressive. Yeah, holy shit. They just went ham.
It's really not SMRT's fault. It's a
I
lightning
mean, it's
strike.
literally a lightning strike.
It's literally that day, if you believe in higher power, he says, fuck you, and your early
Actually,
dinner.
What happened
Jerry,
that day, actually? What was that day? Why was that day
It was
so
just
special?
a Monday. It was just a Monday, yeah.
God
Jerry-
was just not feeling a
Jerry,
Monday.
why didn't a fucking Faraday cage work, huh? Why didn't Faraday protect them? Why?
Because there is none.
What do you mean there is none? Faraday is a real deity, a real god, a real
There's-
white god, right?
There's no, they didn't erect a Faraday cage.
No, every MRT cabin has a Faraday cage, Jerry.
Not the MRT cabin, the power, the third rail. It was a above surface.
Sorry, I was wrong,
station.
mistaken. Oh, okay. So it struck something else that was
It
not a
struck
train.
something else that caused a power stoppage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are you guys done with this white people jerking off? Holy shit.
Yeah, we should.
Now it's time for me to jerk off white people. Anyway, I guess the main thing is, so I took a look at it. On Wikipedia,
Yes.
the history of the Botanical Garden. Strictly speaking, it was opened by Sir Stamford Raffles, in the most technical sense.
So he came to cut ribbon.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know whether he cut ribbon or cut something else. But at that time, it wasn't a botanical garden yet. At that time, it was some experimental plantation
Experimental plantation.
meant to increase the yield of the commercial plants for the glory of the empire. Okay, so back then, of course, it was for a totally different reason, and of course, Raffles did. Since he's the big swinging dick lah, so he's the one who gets his name on the front, which I guess it could have been a good teachable moment for the rest of us, especially if you're on the side of the decolonizers, wherein you can use this chance to just try to educate the public a little bit more. Like I said, I think the decolonizers, their biggest enemy is themselves. They have very poor PR skills.
No, I think the thing is just that most of these academics are not on videos. They are not on any form of social media, and most of it, most of the well-written, things are in articles that nobody bothers to read past the headlines. And I think that's the general.
So my point
problem.
stands: their PR fucking sucks, as per my original point. And instead of just lambasting the fact that this is a statue that they fucking hate. Okay, what should like I say the thing should have been, okay, here's a teachable moment, here's actually what really happened, here's some historical text from the archive that we can dig up to go and showcase and so on and so forth.
How would a layperson respond better to that if it's that kind of PR?
I mean, to make it entertaining or make it
I would just
fun
say
and
that
something.
the layperson doesn't even know that this debate is happening, because most people don't even know that a new statue, the people
I
who
don't
actually
think
care.
no, wait, hang on. I have to correct you. The debate is already happening. We just don't know the shape of the debate. Everyone is chiming in with their own nonsense, which is why
I'm just saying that if you go onto the streets in Orchard Road and then ask some random stranger off the street, hey, what do you think about the Raffles statue being erected in Botanical? They're like, huh? What?
Most people will be like, there's
yeah,
a new statue? What?
I mean, that kind of demonstrates my point exactly, right? Which is if you are interested in the decolonization movement, I think the least that you can do is to equip yourself with sufficient amount of knowledge to counter the narrative rather than just keep beating your chest and then say, oh, it's just another statue of a white guy. I think that's patently absurd.
I would say that's not the case in my circles, because I've seen so much written, like, not just like, oh, I hate white guy. Like, I mean, there are people writing entire like paragraphs of text about how they feel about this like white guy like statue. And I mean, it just is that, like, if you're interested in this, you'll see this like debates, and if you're not interested, it's not going to be on you anywhere in your social media. I think that's just about it.
So people who are on the decolonizing movement really need to, like what John said, you know, and your friends, right, who are writing the paragraphs and paragraphs, if they make them entertaining, and then they, you know, read it out like in a TikTok post, and you know, do the filming selfie. Do you know that Sir Stamford Raffles didn't actually open the Botanical Gardens?
Okay.
You know, and
Like
then just do that, you know, just drop like snippets of information.
Okay,
Right?
Jerry,
You know,
now you are speaking
Jerry,
the language.
it's the conundrum of our podcast. Like, we are interested in it, most people are not interested.
No,
which
wait,
is
hang
why
on.
we have a
I
very
think
small
a lot of
audience.
it is about like presentation. There's this guy on TikTok. He's like, he does history on like certain location of Singapore. The most memorable video that I saw of him was about Anchor Point, and the reason that I
Where's
remember.
Anchor Point?
Sorry.
Anchor Point is where?
You know the Alexandra Road, next to the Alexandra Hospital. opposite IKEA.
Oh.
So that area actually, so the reason it's called Anchor Point is because it is the brewery for Anchor beer.
What?
So actually, I mean, the thing is, you can repack history in a much more entertaining fashion. The guy has a lot of views on his TikTok video. You just need to make it palatable for the average viewer. So my point being that, okay, the reason the debate now has devolved into this particular stage is because everyone is just harping on the white guy aspect of it. But then there's no like genuine effort for anyone on the decolonized side to just say, okay, like here's what we need to do to unpack this particular conundrum.
Yes, white guy bad, but don't just keep shouting white guy bad. You have to
I
show
mean,
why white guy bad.
I mean, like, I have to come here and go and explain what is epistemology to I don't know how many people that's watching now, that they probably don't even didn't even knew that this was a thing. Like, people just thought that they hated white people, and then if you were just engaging on this like very surface level thing, then you just go to Wikipedia. Oh yeah, Raffles opened up Botanical Garden. What's wrong? What's wrong with commemorating him? So that was my personal journey. So the moment I saw this, then after I have to go and read up why are people upset about it. Then I have to go down this fucking rabbit hole of the decolonization movement. I might actually, on my own personal time, maybe on my own personal channel, also do like a video about it. It's broadly speaking an interesting topic, but the people who are engaging in it are just absolutely terrible. And
Okay. Hey, I've got a question to ask. I mean, that is kind of semi-vaguely related to this, and it might overstep some of your personal boundaries.
What else is new? What's new?
I was just wondering, and you know, if you don't feel comfortable answering, don't have to, but would you date Raffles?
Would I date Raffles?
Yeah. So imagine you're like out on like a coffee meets bagel or like fucking Tinder date, and then this white guy comes with his like fucking, you know, 18th century coat and frock, and he's like, hey man, I'm like a really cool guy, and you know, I do gigs and jobs for the Queen.
Angie's looking for a guy in Empire, 6'5", blue eyes. Have you guys seen that stupid fucking video? Oh my god, it's just over and over everywhere. God damn, I hate this video.
I've seen variations of it.
He's rich. He buys you dinner. You know, he snaps his hands, and then
I guess he's kind of in finance, right?
Slaves.
Yeah.
yeah. And then he waves his hands, and a punkah walla comes, and then uses his fan and fans you.
He's not
you
a
date him?
crypto bro, he's a rubber bro.
Yeah. He's heavily into rubber,
Yeah, rubber and tin.
latex.
So Angie, you're not going to answer the question. If you're not going to answer, then we're going to move on.
PIL on Reddit. Stamford Raffles kidnapped Malay women as sex slaves for
Jesus.
British traders and
Are you
merchants.
serious? Let me see.
Using his authority as this is from Wikipedia. Using his authority as governor of Java, Raffles transported 462 women to Borneo at Hare's request. Of that 462, there are some are convicts, but 245 women were never sentenced for any crime, but were simply kidnapped for bad conduct and forcibly moved to Borneo. They were supposed to provide labor for the local economy, but their real purpose was to satisfy Hare's unbridled passion for women. So he's actually a pimp.
Satisfy what? Sorry, satisfy. What was the thing?
His unbridled passion for women.
He's got a friend called
So
Alexander Hare who's into women.
Okay, so he's pimping all these women out for Alexander Hare.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
a pimp. Ha.
Oh, okay. You
Most
see,
of-
like this would have been like really good information.
juicy gossip.
Like really,
So he's just Tate. He's just another
it's just Andrew Tate, yeah.
Talk big but never do much.
Andrew Tate at least houses his sugar babies
Correct.
in nice apartments so they can
Yeah.
do their OF. At least.
And then he writes their OF, the response as well. Yeah.
So this guy just puts him on a boat.
He probably asked Farquhar to put them on the boat.
Hey, fucker. 600.
Hey, but is this real or not, Angie? Like this sounds like a very serious allegation. Like you could make a comic about this shit. You know what I mean?
Are you gonna make a comic about this
I
shit?
mean, if you're not going to, I could.
Let me fact check
But
myself.
we need to read the source, okay?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
everyone go and check your sources, okay?
Yeah,
Longkang Kitties is not like a accurate. Like if you come to Longkang Kitties for facts and figures, you're in the wrong neighborhood, all right?
Oh wait! Rice Media article,
Okay.
2018. You see, Alexander Hare was a pervert with an insatiable appetite for women, and Raffles was his pimp. Yeah.
Right,
but it's
Rice Media immediately.
But
the
Rice Media is just like
Wait.
I don't trust Rice Media.
National Library Board, Family of.
Hey guys, can we go in? Okay, can any of our audiences who are listening to this just have us do some basic research? Because none of us here, other than John, obviously, and Angie and Jerry, can do
You're
any
just saying like
computer
all
research.
of us, basically, right? All of us.
So I need people to do research for me because I just can't do the research on my own. You see, because I'm not built for that kind of thing. So, dear darling viewers, you guys please help and find out whether fucking Raffles was a pimp, like a real life pimp, and he really sent 400 women off to this Alexander Hare.
All right.
Interesting.
Anything else y'all want to add before I move on to the next topic?
Nah.
Do a smooth segue, John. Do a smooth segue.
we
Talking about
sorry.
pimping women out for sex. The Science Center just cancelled an event discussing sex and gender.
No.
That was
That's not
great.
very smooth.
That was great. Okay,
That was not smooth
that was
at
as
all.
smooth as
Nah.
Raffles' pick up line. Okay, when he kidnapped those women. All right, that was smooth as butter, yo.
That felt like a rocky path down the hill. I'm sorry.
Y'all don't know what you're talking
Like on
about.
barefoot, right?
Yeah.
Barefoot on a rocky path.
Yeah.
Y'all just cannot appreciate because you're jealous about how handsome I am. But that's
John,
fine.
I'll be honest with you, don't get mad, alright? But I think you used to be more handsome.
Age has caught up.
No, you
Unfortunately.
never do the thing to your hair. You just let your hair grow out and let your beard grow out.
Yeah, now I'm a bit like
A bit
a bit of a sloppy Joe, but still still good looking as ever.
That
right?
sounds vaguely disgusting.
No, last time you were like very what's the word? Well, not sleek, but more like more kept. He's angry.
No.
He's angry.
You know, I'm not okay. I'm not angry at you.
Explain to the audience.
So
why
what?
this is-
He's angry at father time. You
No, I'm
know, like
father-
the passage
no,
of time
I'm
is
angry
like
at my barber.
unkind to everybody.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because I got her to go and cut my hair, and typically it's the Lao Pan Yang of this salon that cuts my hair. But Lao Pan Yang wasn't there at the time. Then this other person came and took over, gave the same set of instructions, cut my hair terribly, and now I'm just like, in this really weird place. I need to let it grow, but it's kind of all over the shop. I can't really do much about it. But that's a separate thing for. But hey, Dan Wong, you insult me again, I'm gonna do absolutely nothing to you. Okay, I'm still gonna love you all the same.
I felt the killing energy there. I'm not gonna say a single word against John anymore.
Okay, so Singapore Science Centre has cancelled an event organised to discuss the differences between sex and gender, following a backlash from the public. OMG.
This is pretty big news. But guys, what is the difference between sex and gender? I can't quite remember. I mean, I read
Devon,
about
let
this
me-
It
research,
depends on who you ask.
and I wrote a paper about this, but I just bumped my head on Jerry's door and I forgot everything. So
Devon, let me teach you
okay,
the word of the day.
okay.
Okay.
No,
the
I
word,
want
the word
Angie-
of the word of the
Angie to
day
teach me.
is epistemology.
Angie, what's the difference between sex and gender? I don't trust John all of a sudden, really. Because he keeps going
Well,
back
I
to
mean, I think
epistemology.
like a very a summary of it is basically like sex is basically the immutable traits that you are born with, meaning like your chromosomes, your you know
Okay.
like sexual
Sexual characteristics. Primary and secondary
like your boobs,
sexual.
your penis, the
Okay.
vagina, etc.
Okay,
Th-
okay.
This is kind of categorized under sex.
Sex, okay.
And then gender is something that is more like performative or like things that are more cultured. You know, like so for example, you are some kind of socialized into learning how to be feminine or masculine in the culture, and that is essentially the expression of your sex. And then that's gender. I think that's
Okay.
broadly speaking a summary.
Okay,
But of
I
course,
think
there
that's a
are
great
like
summary.
there are depending on who you ask, there are like
Oh.
people on the left and then the right like saying like completely
So,
opposite
John,
things.
what will somebody on the right say in regards to like sex and gender?
There's no difference.
Is it?
No, I would say that Angie's like characterization of it is very, very accurate, very on point. I guess I'll just take it one step further and I will say like back to epistemology again. So okay, so here's a new word, okay? Here's a new thing.
Okay.
For people who are against this sex and gender thing, they are what we call on the side of the rationalists. Okay?
Okay.
So for them, whatever this thing is, let's say we call it sex, it has to be rooted in external observation. So we have to be able to measure, or we have to be able to see it or to observe it. Gender is firmly on the side of the empiricist, which is you can come to conclusions purely from an inner world perspective. You don't need to observe, you don't need to see it, you can deduce it. You can you can think about it, and then we can know that it is true without having to ever observe it. I'll give you a very quick example. Let's say parallel lines, okay? Parallel lines that travels at an infinite length will never meet. Okay, we have never seen parallel lines of infinite length, but we know that parallel lines of infinite length will never meet. Right? We have never seen something that's infinitely long. Okay, but we can deduce that because it is parallel lines and it is infinitely long, then it's infinitely they will never meet. So there is the inner world experience of the gender, and then there's the outer world observation of sex, something that we can observe. So I can, for example, see your vagina, Dan Wong, okay? And I can therefore deduce
Is it plump? Tell me.
that you are in
Is
fact
it juicy?
a hermaphrodite. You are one of the true hermaphrodites of the world. Okay, that's why you're so degenerate. So this is the sex, and I will say this is how people, or maybe not general people, how I would think about sex and gender. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the big fuss then? Like, why are people mad?
I mean,
you want to
people are
talk
mad
about
for all
the
sorts
you want
of
to talk about
reasons all
the
the time.
event, or you want to talk about the like why are people mad about this ideology, so to speak?
I think we just focused on the event.
Okay.
If we talk about why are people mad about the explanation that John and Angie gave us just now will never end.
Right.
Well,
right,
it will
right.
end, just maybe not in a timely fashion. Yeah. Okay, so the event thing. Maybe we take a look at the Facebook page. Okay, I have it over here. So this is the Science Center Facebook post. Okay, so 3 days ago they updated. Thank you everyone who provided us with your feedback about this discussion session. The Science Center team would like to take this opportunity to review our approach to this session. Members of the public who have purchased tickets will receive a full refund. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Okay, so taking a look at the comments, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's quite 50-50 divided lah. There are people who are very firmly saying that we should not have cancelled this because this is an important discussion. Some of them are even making like points that's not even ideological per se. They're not really on one camp or the other. They want to know more, and then they are disappointed that they can't know more. Then there's those. Okay, so like for example, this comment: "This is such an important and meaningful topic to explore. Shouldn't be scrapped just because of sensitivity or conservative. Progress, diversity, and inclusion come first from awareness. I hope Science Center can consider not cancel this." Then, okay, would have loved to go for this event. Blah blah blah. Okay, then there's those like kind of like memeing comments. So this guy, ironically, trying to change science at a science-based venue. So this guy obviously is like very, very vehemently against the notion. So I read through as many comments as I care to look through. I'll say I've gone through maybe like 200 comments, about half of it. I will say roughly about half and half has support, and the other half opposed it. The issue I have is I do not know. I cannot categorize. I cannot like catalog the timeline of when the support happened and when the opposition happened.
So it's important
because it seems like.
It seems like brigading, man.
Yeah, it seems like brigading, and this is also something that might be confirmed from one of the speakers whom actually we all know, Becca the Bus. We actually had her as one of our guests before.
What is brigading?
Isn't it like mobilizing, like for example, if
like
you are
astroturfing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wait, hang on. Wait, stop.
What you doing?
The camera is off focus. Can one of you wave your hand at the? Okay. Okay, so yeah, it is astroturfing. Astroturfing is like, bro, it's like those MySpace era, the terminology. Nowadays called brigading already. Right?
Okay.
Get with the times, right? Uncle Wong.
I don't.
Yeah, the times boomer.
Get with the times boomer. Even the 300-year-old guy calling you boomer, you're completely hopeless already. But yeah, basically, it seems like there's a whole bunch of people went to the Facebook page or went to other social media of the Science Center, saw this thing, decided to brigade and what they call a ratioing, right? Which is they put a lot of negativity into this particular thing. The organizers, they saw it, they probably panicked. They might have some KPI that they need to hit.
Correct.
They might have they need to provide answers to like their bosses, to whatever, and then they see all this publicity surrounding it. They probably kanchong and decided, okay, we're not going to do it anymore. We decided to cancel it.
Well, there's this group called Protect Singapore, who took credit for making a difference. On their Facebook page, they said that 2 days ago, we are glad that our actions made a difference yesterday regarding Science Center's attempt to push LGBTQ ideologies as science, which would add further confusion to those who might attend the talk and also to our society. Here's a timeline of what happened. 12 noon, they publicized the panel. 3 p.m., Protect Singapore Telegram posted a message highlighting this discussion. About 7, and then we then urged our followers to voice their concern.
Hang on, sorry. The audio is cut off. Hang on.
Oh no.
Oh no! From where? Where should I?
Wait. It might be as early as like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When the audio is back, you just read from the beginning.
Read back.
Is it a USB thing?
I have no clue, bro.
Everything looks like it's in place.
Clipper says audio never cut off. He heard everything.
No.
Oh, is it?
Have.
But I can hear from my phone.
Natalie, are you trolling me? Poor Natalie.
Yeah, it's
Okay, can hear right? Okay. Holy shit.
I don't think Natalie is like the kind who would troll.
maybe she's experiencing connection issues. Oh.
Okay.
Clipper says we were talking about brigading. Okay, yeah. Anyways, so maybe I'll just start again from the
Yeah,
Protect
let's
Singapore.
just start that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Please.
just start from Protect Singapore. So Protect Singapore on Facebook posted this 2 days ago, and they said that they are happy that they made their actions made a difference. So they had a timeline actually, John, of what happened.
Wow.
So 12 o'clock, Science Centre, Facebook, Instagram publicized the panel. 3 p.m., Protect Singapore Telegram posted a message highlighting this discussion, and then saying that how the speakers are notable activists in the LGBTQ space and would likely perpetuate LGBTQ gender and sexuality ideologies, blah blah blah. We then urged our followers to voice their concern to MOE and Science Centre. At 7 p.m., Science Centre put out a post saying that they would review their approach to the session and will provide a full ticket refund to those who have signed up. And then we thank everyone who has responded with your comments on social media or have written into MOE and Science Centre. La 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 la. Let's continue to stay watchful over the media and education space and speak up to protect our society and our young ones from being infiltrated by LGBTQ activism in the guise of science and truth. Okay, well, that's what they said.
All right. So
Spicy.
I actually reached out to Becca the Bus, just asked her a few questions. Sure. Then one of the things that she did speculate was, she even used the word astroturf also.
Right. Fellow boomer.
Yeah, so she was saying that she was slated to do a presentation there, and that she felt that this wasn't feedback. So because the narrative in the newspaper, in the media, was that the thing was cancelled because of feedback. So her take was that no, this wasn't feedback because they don't know what they're talking about. And then after that she goes on to say, okay, we will probably being astroturf. So now of course all this corroborates. So yeah, thanks for that, Angie. I didn't even know that thing was there.
I was surfing on Reddit.
Singapore, protect.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Count on Reddit to save the Longkang from our own uselessness. Okay, thank you, Reddit. So yes, I
want to ask why is this even an issue? Because the event was marketed as M18, right? So you have to be 18 and above, meaning you're an adult.
And you have to pay for it.
And you have to pay for it.
You have to
buy
pay
a ticket,
$20.
$20. You have to be an adult and pay $20 to access
$20 is $20, okay?
Yeah, so why would they even be angry about this thing? It's not like it's an open...
The funniest thing is, I think I read, if I didn't recall wrong, I think I read the Straits Times article, or might have been the CNA one, and then they were interviewing people who are against this, and one of the ladies, right, who was interviewed, right, it's like, I got 2 children and I don't want them to, to that extent.
Okay, hang on. Let me just read out the quote.
Yeah,
okay?
read out the quote.
Excellent.
So, read out how old her children are.
Miss Carol Loy, a mother of 2, aged 19 and 22, says she found the event inappropriate given its speaker lineup. The educational consultant, 53, said, the topic is useful for discussion, just that it is not representative of good science. A better mix of panelists would show professionalism and wisdom of the Science Centre I know and respect. So this was her quote.
Wait, apparently this person is also a very prominent Christian educator. And I guess very conservative, basically.
I do want to join the religious conservatives one of these days. I really do, because I want to get into their head and feel the righteousness. It's a very good feeling to feel, guys.
You would like to feel God's liquid showering upon you.
I want to feel validated by God when I kill someone. Does that make sense?
I think you should join the IDF.
First of
all, the Jews are we all know that the Jews are the one with the real money here. Okay, the Christian evangelicals, the money is only in the pocket of a couple of these guys, correct. So Judaism is probably the better fit for you,
Okay, fair enough.
But I guess maybe I be the devil's advocate. Okay, maybe I'm the. Let me play the role of the Christian conservative.
I also want to be a Christian. Okay, you and me, then versus them.
I guess it is a talking point, lah. I guess the whole sex and gender thing, it is a talking point. It is not. So the reason that it's not what the woman said is not based on good science, right? is because, like I said earlier, from the epistemological standpoint, it is almost purely an inner world experience. How you feel about your gender, okay, might not have anything to correlate with the external experiences or the external things that we can observe. And the notion that, okay, gender, that you are only as gender as your performance, meaning to say the more macho you act, the more manly you are, I don't think that holds true. I think that's like intuitively true, but I don't think that's actually true. So yes, let me just start with that. So then Wong or Jerry.
I'll just say I've seen some very manly women who are not like manly at all.
Wait, but how is that taking the conservative point of view? Because
no, he's not taking the conservative point of view. I am taking the conservative point of view.
Yeah, but
No, I'm just saying, like there. This is the one thing I find very funny, because I don't think this gender thing, right? I think I'm not trying to redefine it. I'm just saying sometimes I see certain men do things. They're all macho and shit, right? They project that the external is like muscular and whatnot, and they're like very macho and shit. But then when it comes to actually doing things and being decisive, right? They're like, dude, you don't act like a man at all, man. You just fucking decide and go home,
Yeah.
Right?
I guess NG will say something like, being decisive has nothing to do with being a man. Being a man has nothing to do with being decisive. Women can be decisive too.
No, but see, that's
misogynistic.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've seen like women who are like okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this and go. Take the opportunity, do this and go. And it's a really good mix. It's not like all men are like that, or all women are like that. It's like there's like that small little snippets of manliness here and there. I'm using the wrong words. I'm just saying.
I think when I think about these issues, I just want to find the best way for society to move forward. I feel like the Bible is very clearly stated that there is man and there is woman, and our biological characteristics very clearly fit into such these two very neat categories, and therefore which influence the roles we play in society, gender or not. Like women make good childbearing, child taking care. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it.
You're going so well. You're going so strong.
So well, man.
Doing so well.
How many soldiers are female? Okay, my point has been made. Women are not made for war and fighting and aggression. Confidence is the realm. Confidence and violence, protecting people is the realm of men. So these are very clear in our bodies.
So can I?
I don't want my children to grow up thinking they can be like little pussified.
Is Protect Singapore all male?
Huh?
Is Protect Singapore all male?
No.
But you
Protect
said,
Singapore, where I'm from.
Women are not part of the the
Yeah, because
protection.
us men enlist the women in Protect Singapore to protect the society as a whole. You see. So as a prominent member of Protect Singapore, I believe that it's our responsibility to take care of Singaporean society.
Okay.
Okay, all you guys actually are not quite clear, don't have the clarity, right?
So you say I'm not man enough, or you say
I'm saying you're confused with all the science and epistemology. You're just too confused.
just confused with all this education and shit.
it's actually a very simple thing, like it's just sex and gender.
I hate my skin is crawling now. I never should have done this stupid exercise. I hate myself.
I was the one I volunteered, then you decided, no, we're going to do it together.
Yeah, because I really want to join Protect Singapore. I want to see and make friends with these people, so I know their viewpoints.
What if you end up agreeing with them?
Then I agree with them. It's good. This means I'm a man with a truly open mind. What's this wrong?
Or maybe you're just very weak-willed and easily influenced. Maybe they just flash some money at you and then you're just like, hey, $20 is $20.
$20, guys.
Wait, no, they're like, Demon, we're going to pay for a tooth filling.
Okay, done. I will be astroturfing.
Yeah.
I'll be leading the charge.
Like 500 comments for one tooth filling.
Excellent. I think I can achieve that. I
Yeah, I think actually it's not. That's a good deal, you know. 500 comments for one. That's a good deal.
It's a good deal. It's very good
Very
deal.
expensive
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's like
Hey,
1,200
Protect
or
Singapore,
something.
you know, like if you really want to get people to AstroTurf, Denwong's up for sale.
I'm pretty
I
good
tell
at
you
the job.
Yeah.
Astro
I'm quite popular.
Protect Singapore. If you get that one right, he will be your strongest warrior. Okay, he will be Protect Singapore's strongest, humanity's strongest warrior.
He doesn't just comment, okay? He doesn't just comment, he can draw also.
Burn all the heretics and traitors, just like we did before. Guys, it's gonna be really fun. I'm serious. Like it's like becoming a Mormon. It's gonna be fun.
No thanks. Yeah. Yeah, anything else we want to add with regards
No,
to
but
this?
I still don't understand. But if you're saying that there is no correlation between the inner and the outer,
wait. Okay, maybe I'll be clear first. It's not about correlation between inner and outer. So
no, what is their take? I think they are just afraid that after you go in and listen to this talk, that you're gonna fucking turn trans or gay
You're
or
gonna
something
become
suddenly,
gay.
right? Like you listen to one talk and oh my god,
No, it's not just listening. You go in and you breathe the air, you become gay.
yeah, like
That's
you
what they're
become
afraid
like
of.
LGBTQIA
Yeah.
plus by
Yeah.
osmosis. I think that's the issue here. It's not really about this talk, right? It's like anywhere that you have like discussions about sex and gender. And maybe if you have like certain activists from the LGBTQIA community, they are going to just have this paranoia, right? Like because according to the Science Center, the session was intended to discuss the social cultural factors that shape society's understanding of sex and gender. And if we can all agree that your physical sexual characteristics is very different from how you express your sexual characteristic, then why can't we discuss it, right? Why can't we have that discussion?
I disagree, both as the representative and my own personal worldview. But okay, you go on first.
I think the only thing that can be criticized about this particular event is that the speakers are all kind of like all over the place. It's like a youth counselor, and then there's a associate professor in the Department of English, Linguistics, and Theatre Studies. Like, I don't know.
And then Becca DeBus.
No, but Becca DeBus does like work in that grey area where Becca DeBus is actually a man, performs as a woman, and then therefore that there is a difference between his sex and how he chooses to perform it, or he or she chooses to perform it as Becca DeBus, right? So like there is that relevance there, but the youth counselor, I don't know like what's their background, and I didn't do any research. And then the professor in English, Linguistics, and Theatre Studies also a bit like. I don't know what's their department of area of research, but just looking at that title, like I can understand why people might be like, why are you getting some actual scientists involved? I think that's the only
there is like a language aspect,
to it.
aspect to,
but
to the
like, I'm
whole
just saying
sex and
that
gender
this is
thing.
leaning too far in the touchy-feely things.
Yeah.
I agree with Angie's criticism, but going back to her point of like, why is this a problem? I guess the issue here, right, is that when everything is all based on like inner world experiences, and then when you expose it to young people who might not be fully cognizant of what actually is being spoken about, it just seems to say, okay, everything that you feel, we can just directly just confirm it. There's no thought needed. You don't actually need to go through the work to understand your own sexuality, your own gender. You just need to come up with certain things and then just confirm it in your own inner world experience, which is why right now we have all this really weird gender bullshit, right? It's like 64 different genders. You can be a penguin gender. You can have all these like whatever pronouns. If you talk to actual people who are doing such work, I think they will probably agree that all of this 64 gender nonsense, right, is totally beyond the realm of what is supposed to be discussed.
I think like that is projecting what is happening in the US to Singapore. I mean, yes, there are certain fringe people who hold very, very extreme views about, like sex and gender and like, like having 64 different, identities or whatever. But I'm just saying that this is the science center. Like that, I don't think they will be facilitating a discussion like that.
So like I said, so in regards to Boba, Boba, come on, come and join the live stream. Let me see if I can kidnap Boba and
Careful, cause I mentioned.
yeah, it's okay. Boba, come.
If Boba does claw John, right, and John bleeds, John, can I lick your blood?
No, you cannot.
Just a bit.
Yeah, Boba, I got you.
Hello, Boba friend.
Okay. Now I'm scared. Okay, go back in. I bet I traumatized him enough.
Cat appearance of the day.
Cat appearance of the day. Okay.
Maybe every episode from now we should do it. Like cat
We try.
Hey, there you go.
We try. Okay.
So John, just to add on to your point, right? There are confused people, for sure. Like you've read about those people who go for their their sex changes, and then they deeply regret it afterwards.
I think don't even need to go that far.
Okay.
In terms of I agree that it's projection, like what Angie said, that we are kind of like we shouldn't be importing the US their definition over onto us and then project it onto the speakers and imagine that they will say the same thing. I 100% agree with the assessment. But you also cannot deny that this is now the face of the sex and gender, the topic, which goes back once again to just in general the leftist sphere of like academia. Their PR is just quite terrible. Right now, this is all that anybody sees because it's the most crazy and wacky stuff.
I could say the same of like Christian people, right? Like if you want.
Yeah, but Christianity is not on. No, I don't want to do this whataboutism with you because I am not a Christian. I don't care about Christianity.
But organizations and the people who are objecting to this are conservatives.
Yeah, but
conservative Christian people.
But it's totally not important because the thing that is being cancelled is the sex and gender talk. The whataboutism that you often like to do is like, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't do anything. I'm not a Christian. You're just boxing shadows. But I think
okay, let me just finish my fucking sentence, all right? Because if you want to say that, right, then you should look at what is happening to fundamentalist Christianity, where a lot of them are actually denying science. A lot of them are like pushing back laws about women's bodies. making women go through all kinds of fucking horrible things because of their stance on abortion and their lack of medical knowledge. And then this is a science talk. I don't know whether the actual talk would be scientific, right? Like we don't know that because it didn't happen and then we cannot give actual feedback, right, based on what has happened. We can only speculate. And if they are operating off their very fundamentalist Christian ideologies, that they are not open to new things in society. They are holding on to very, very medieval ideas about how human beings should be and should operate. Then that is going to be a point of problem.
That's what you're doing, the same thing that I did just now, which is projecting the American evangelical Christian onto Singapore.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no ban on abortion in Singapore. There's no like.
Not yet.
There's no.
There didn't used to be in many places.
It's never going to happen. Singapore is going to forever allow.
What is whataboutism? It sounds like a very nice word.
It's like you say something like A, right, and then you're like, okay, A.
The moment I criticize the sex and gender thing, right, then Angie got like really triggered, and then just like, oh, what about the Christians? I don't care about the Christians.
There is confirmation from this group that they went on to AstroTurf this event.
Yeah, right? I know,
it's a mobilization of people.
They are the symptom, not the cause. And I think like what's more important is if we want to have such talks in the future, once again, the PR of it, right, needs to be significantly better. Right now the
what
face
PR?
of
they just put out a post and then they got AstroTurf and they cancelled it.
The face of sex and gender talk in Singapore has now what you accurately surmise as projection from the US side about all this 64 penguin gender nonsense, Z-zero pronouns nonsense bullshit, that this is all people think about when we mention such things. And then this is how the conservative...
but if you don't allow events like this to happen and then have like talk about like, oh, this is actually what they said. How is this discussion going to continue if every time something like this happens, some people astroturf, and then the institutions cave into pressure because they're like, oh shit, everybody is like making a big deal about this. There is no such discussion.
I don't think that is like a accurate summation. Pink Dot has done like tremendous work in Singapore in terms of like repealing and 377A and so on and so forth. There are spaces for such things to happen, and there are like good work that's being done by people on the ground. And if you look at like what Pink Dot has done, right? Pink Dot has generated massive amount of positive PR. Like there's no crazy nonsense, right? They don't allow shenanigans inside the Pink Dot. They are very heavy. They are very like they heavily scrutinize people who come in. There's no like protest, whatever. They follow the letter of the law. This is positive PR, and it needs to be replicated. And then this is how you're going to change hearts and minds. I'm sorry, but there's
I'm just wondering, when you reach the end of your sentence, or your statement, do you have like something that's resembling a solution to good PR specifically for an event like this?
Yeah, like the event specifically said that it's going to be what's the difference between sex and gender? There was no other thing, nothing else to indicate that, like what else is going to be.
His point is that this has been tainted. It's already tainted already. So
but it's tainted. It's tainted by the people who oppose it. Like this is not about PR.
It can only be tainted by the people who oppose it. Just as you have opposed the Christian right, for example, and then you have also created like a strawman version of their beliefs based on the American, like what they do.
You're saying that it's because of the PR that they import from the USA. And then how is this relevant to this particular discussion? Because they are projecting about this event. We don't know how this event would have gone actually, because it wasn't allowed to take place.
Damon actually has surmised my point quite well, that the premise of it is wrong already. The footing is got off on the wrong foot right from the start. I do not know what is the answer. And frankly speaking, my personal belief is all this sex and gender thing is complete bunkers. I'm not like one of those guys who just, I just listen to some random people on the internet talk. I actually read up about it, all the authors. I look into the philosophical aspect. I look into the epistemology. I look into the ontology, the methodology. I don't agree with it, but that's just me, okay? I'm not going to use this as a sounding for my own beliefs. People can talk about it. I don't mind, and I think it's useful. I think it's helpful. For me, I will always oppose it, but I oppose it for my own reasons. And what I'm saying to you guys is that whatever it is that the sex and gender people are doing in Singapore, they're not doing it correctly.
Do you want to know what Lydia's proposed solution is? Lydia's proposed solution is that on the panel, right, include somebody like a conservative rationalist or conservative religious figure, somebody that represents the Protect Singapore people, so that there can be a robust debate. But of course, the organizers do in such a way that they don't find a firebrand like a zealot.
Why are you inviting a religious person into a science center?
The same reason why they are getting a youth counselor.
This can happen outside of the science center, but not in the science center.
Okay, in that case, a rational conservative, conservative rationalist, like
you can find. I think that's a good starting point, by the way, and I think you can find like people who are going to argue this from a foundationally like scientific point of view. Which there have been many, even with or without a religious affiliation. I think religious affiliation, yes, it colors your perspective, but I think at the same time there are people who can arrive at the conclusion that they are in opposition to this without appealing to religion.
Yeah, like your friend, the Malay dude. I can't forget his name. I'm sorry.
Which one?
The dude in the orange shirt. That's very articulate.
Imran, is it?
Yeah.
You're like that Malay dude in the orange shirt. Wow.
There's too many.
Dan Wong. Wow.
There's just too much racism going on in Longkang today.
All in one episode. Amazing.
I cover the sexist part, that you cover the racist part. Oh my God.
But honestly speaking, I think that's a good, a good solution. But also, it doesn't. I think it shouldn't happen in a science center as well. I don't think this is it's something that science center I guess it's not something that they should dabble in for now. You know.
I think the science center, if they wanted to do it, they should have like.
Wait, hang on. I'm just receiving word that it's not supposed to be at. Oh, it's supposed to be at the projector. Yeah.
Oh, not the science center.
It's not supposed to be. Yeah. Thank
Then
you.
What is science center going to do with this?
Thank you, Clipper, for pointing it out. Yeah, it's not supposed to be at the science center.
So maybe science center is the one promoting it.
Yeah,
but,
the science center might be the organizer.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So okay, that changes. I mean, the bloody thing was just in front of me the whole time. I didn't even get to read it. Thank you, Clipper. Thank you, Gary, for your fact checking. So I think.
Oh, okay. Wait. I'm looking at the CNN article. The Science Center spokesperson said it regularly organized ticketed dinner events under its Science Cafe event series, where it promotes interest in science and curiosity through featuring speakers from diverse disciplines who share their views on particular subjects.
So it's a science center organized event. Yeah, it doesn't happen at the science center. Maybe that's the affiliation is the reason why people are upset, I think.
All right.
But why not?
Oh, why not?
Apparently, the event was planned since late last year. Now is what? May? June?
June.
Is it June?
Yeah.
So they've got like 6 months to.
But this kind of
deal
things
with
are
this.
is always, you know, even if whichever group is opposing it, right? The brigading will never happen in the inception of the event. It will always be just before, so the exact most damage, right? Because all the money has gone in to plan and get everything ready, but then they will strike right before, so to exact the most damage.
You speak like a tactical brigadier.
But this guy is our ISD director, bro. What are you talking about?
He knows all the tactics to efficiently cancel an event.
Look at it this way, right? If you are, let's look at a battlefield, right? If you're fighting a war, would you go and hunt down one soldier? No, you wait for all them together, you bomb.
But it's always been like that. There are lots of events like book launches and stuff where the venue was already promised to whoever's launching, and then like suddenly all of a sudden the day before or like a week before they tell them, hey man, sorry, we have to cancel your event, and then you're scrambling to find a new space and whatever.
It's not the first time.
Nope.
Yeah. So yeah. The best.
But okay, so question to Angie. So given this new info that it is at the projector, right? Are you still of the stance that they shouldn't invite a religious person?
I think not under the Science Center, because the Science Center is already involved. I would say that any other organizations that are not science affiliated should have this discussion between people who are for and against this discussion. I fully endorse that, and I think that's a thing that need to be talked about and discussed about and debated about, and that's how generally we come to a compromise and consensus about certain things. But I would say that bringing fundamentalist, conservative, religious people into anything that's science based is not something that I would endorse at all.
I would say this is less of a hard science, more of a social science situation. So perhaps I don't think any of our ministries have the balls to do it, to be honest.
No, I don't think it's a ministry thing. I think it has to be by organizations, and maybe some organizations like Pink Dot could do it and good faith invite to whoever, and have that actual conversation. I think there was a conversation like that before done by CNA, if I'm not wrong, where they got people from opposing sides to discuss what they agreed and disagreed about stuff, and I thought that was a pretty well done debate. But it wasn't about sex and gender. I think it was just about 377A or LGBTQ issues or something like that. But if for this particular event that's that is organized by the Science Center, I really disagree bringing people who are religious into it.
Okay, then what about an opposing scientific voice?
Sure, why not? I mean, even better, right?
But it's besides science, it cannot be religion,
If it's a scientific voice that if it's a scientific voice that opposes it, then bring it into the Science Center for all I care.
Then what about let's say so we have the 3 current presenters, right? None of them are scientific
So yeah, so
Scientific
that's
grounding
what
lah.
I'm saying. Like I'm saying that I don't know what is the background of the youth counselor and also the other like
That's also
professor.
my reasoning that it shouldn't be organized by a science center. It should be organized by other groups that probably take more of a what was the ministry that governs like
MCCY,
MCCY, right? Yeah, something along those lines would be more appropriate, I think, because I feel this is like more of a social aspect. Because it's very difficult right now. I don't think there's any hard science to back a lot of these.
But
things
I want to be the hard science guy. I want to be the guy, right, that dedicates my entire life, right, and then just chemically measure and quantify every single motherfucking thing about you, from your muscle mass to your weight to the size of a cuckoo bird to your pheromones to the levels of testosterone and estrogen and basically just break you down into a bunch of fucking numbers. And then I categorize everybody from like alpha male, beta male, delta male, gamma male, until like in the center is like, I don't know, some kind of asexual thing, and then alpha female, alpha, all based off my scientific reading. So if you have like how many percent of estrogen, how many percent of testosterone, your height, weight, muscle mass, bone density, that means you are beta male, sigma, alpha, that kind of thing. And then I will put everybody into like a nice scale, and then nobody will have to ever argue ever again because I'm right.
What? Where are you on the scale?
Huh?
Where are you on the scale?
Alpha, beta, alpha primaris.
I feel like you're the beta scat boy.
No, I'm alpha primaris.
I feel like you're the beta, the fart on the cake guy.
The what? The fart on the cake guy.
Do you know I think Angie would like probably be more aware of this. There's this movement on like YouTube where people will create videos about sigma males. And then it's all of it is just self-affirming, self-masturbation bullshit lah. It's just you're like people don't understand, like we are kind on the outside, but deep down we are a raging wolf, and we can unleash at any time.
I'm getting the embarrassment.
I am a lone wolf who doesn't follow the crowd.
I do my own thing.
I stand alone, firm in my beliefs. Because,
I am surrounded by sheep.
Yeah.
I will always stand my ground. And if you come to my face and shove me, I will rip you from limb to limb.
It's so cringe.
I feel like you're one of those people.
I totally am. I started the Sigma grind set. It was me. It was me all along.
It's terrible.
Yeah, okay.
What have you done to the
I
world?
have all these like stock photos of wolves that I bought off like stockphoto.com, and then I like put a vignette on it, then just touch it a bit, then put like those quotes
Yeah, there are two wolves in you, right?
Yeah, there are two
One
wolves.
is ripping off your liver, and the other one is ripping off your
You should wear the t-shirts that they sell at Bugis Street, the one where the wolf howling at the
howling at
moon.
the
Then
moon,
that would be like your
The tree wolf.
Signature.
Yeah, the tree wolf howling.
Yeah.
Strongest wolves.
But I'm just
are
gonna
those
say that,
without a
like,
pack.
if I was a kid, if I was a teenager and still like figuring myself out, this would have been a lot more helpful for me, because like I grew up as a person who really hated being a woman, and I just really, really resented being born as female. And it was not until in my like late 20s that I realized that actually I don't really hate being a woman. I just hate all these societal and cultural expectations placed upon me just because I have tits and a vagina. All right, like, and it took me like, don't know, fucking 20 years or 30 years to be okay with the fact and understand that there's a difference between sex and gender. And I think this is it's an important conversation to have, and I'm glad that the younger people are having it, even if it goes to the extreme at times, and like some kids get confused about it. But the thing is, teenagers have always been confused, right? Like, so I think it's just very like sad that anytime like conversation is shut down is a sad day.
Yeah. And people think they can censor on my behalf, like what's best for me.
But you know what? Yeah. But you know what? The great thing is that we have internet, and there are plenty of discussions from individuals who are like scientists and whatever, and you can go online and look at it.
When I was very young, there was this bunch of very bad people that did very bad things to me because I have a penis.
I'm sorry, Demo. Don't cry.
They
Coming out again.
they put me on an island and they made me lose 2.5 years of my life in a jail cell called the army.
Yeah. Do you know, like, Rishi Sunak recently was saying that the people in the UK, like, they should serve the army and there should be conscription.
Conscription.
Yeah, conscription
For males and females.
males.
Or for males.
Yeah.
Can.
And I think... Aww.
You're getting this- Sorry, Angie, you're getting upstaged.
That's
by
fine.
Boba.
I'm always happy to be upstaged by a cat. Cats are everything.
Okay, back to Rishi Sunak. Thank you.
But Rishi Sunak is gone, right? He's like called for election.
They are
still,
up
right?
for re-election soon, I think.
Oh.
I don't know when's the actual date. Yeah.
Next month, I think. I think it's next
Okay,
month.
sorry to derail you, but you are saying he wants conscription.
Yeah.
The
That's
Conservatives. Yeah.
he pledged to bring back like mandatory national service if they win, and then so like people are very up in arms about it. But I actually think I think he was saying that it's either like a year of military service or civic service, and I actually really like the idea of civic service because like right now only men serve the military, and women don't have to. Historically, it's been because women give birth, right? So that you can have the next generation after this generation goes off to die in war, right? You can
Correct.
replenish the population.
Okay.
But now, like more and more women are choosing not to be mothers. I think I'm very open to the idea of women serving the military or national service, or in some sort of way. But I think it will look fundamentally different to how men would serve. And I think Rishi Sunak said something like, it's a weekend a month where you volunteer. And I think women could do that. I don't think it would be at 18. I think it's probably around like 30 to 35.
What sort of roles are going through your head? Like what sort of vocations, roles? Give me some examples.
Nursing, education,
Okay.
elderly care, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. Or even like just administrative things within the military. I think there are a lot of roles that women could do if you are childless. And I think we are people who are
Hey,
very
hang on, hang
privileged.
on,
I'm just
hang
saying
on,
that we are
hang on,
privileged to live
hang
in
on.
Singapore. And I'm happy to do my national
Your
service.
part, right.
If, something like that could... I mean, I'm fucking old. My bones are falling apart. Don't ask me to go through BMT.
Hang
but
on.
I can do like 1 weekend a month.
I just want to say
Okay.
this. I mean, I have nothing against mothers, and I have nothing against people who choose to have children. But choosing to have children is choosing their children. National service is national service, right?
But
So
I would say that giving birth to a child, it would be your national service if you actually did it.
every woman is required to give birth.
I don't agree with that characterization, that comparison. I mean, I was waiting for you to finish, then I would also have brought up that point, which is, I think it's not a good one-for-one comparison,
Yeah, it's not.
and then you run into a lot of problems. So women may choose not to give birth, let's say during their younger years, but then decide that, okay, I want to be a mother now at like 35, for example.
Which is why I say that like it would not look anything like male national service. It wouldn't be
But
at 18
it-
years old. It
but-
would probably be at an age where it's like 35 and above.
Yeah, so women above 35 still can give birth, and
Yeah, I know. But then
the-
if you didn't at that time, then it's too bad for you.
yeah, so you run the risk of, I already did my civic service, then now I decide I want to give birth. Then what do I do with the extra time that is being taken away as opposed to a male conscript? That's number one. And then number two is the real reason, and this is the one that I've heard of. I think given by Lee Kuan Yew or one of the generals, I can't remember. I think they have thought of conscripting women before, even on a limited basis, or let's say like a lottery basis. The reason that they don't want to do it is because it takes away too much from the private sector. Already that you have this this
Wait,
population.
did you hear what I said? I said a weekend a month,
Yeah.
which means that it's on your weekend time.
So you
Even
already
if you're still
work,
work-
you
even if
already
you're
need
working
to
full
correct.
time.
You already work 9 to 5, and then on your weekend, on your rest day, you still got to go and work for the government.
Yeah, it's just 1 weekend a month.
Yeah, but you're still competing with the commercial market. Then now this is even worse. This is like macam slavery. You're forcing people to work 2 jobs. at least with the NS, you just go NS, you serve that 2 years, the whole 2 years, the government shelter and feed you and clothe you and give you water, give you medical, give you everything, right? It's a small price to pay for the government for the 2 years of your time. Now you're saying, oh, come in for 1 weekend a month, and then after you still got to do extra labor on top of your normal labor, and then you still might want to be a mother at the end of it. I think it's like you're asking way too much, and you're taking like too much away from the like general the commercial market.
I would say, you know, a legitimate pathway into national service for women is civic service is a very good one. But what kind of civic service? All right, obviously, you cannot simply commit 1 weekend a month to become a nurse and expect to be good at it. It's not one of those jobs that you can. But of course, there are a lot of other things you can do. Like
I mean, there are already women who are, you know, in these sort of like sectors.
Okay, as the HR person here, let me just dispel everything for you. Having someone work for 1 time 1 month is one of the worst things that you can do for any given organization. It's damn bloody difficult to organize a schedule, a timetable already when someone is working Monday to Friday, and then they got to take leave, they MC, they take this, they do all sort of funny thing. And then now suddenly you schedule this person 1 time 1 month or 1 weekend or whatever, and then this person cannot make it. Then where are you going to get the replacement? And then what kind of training are you reasonably expected to do? When you go in 1 time, will you still remember what you trained for the last month? And then furthermore, things like nowadays nursing in the modern day and age is very complex, very technical. People have to go through many years of education to be a nurse. They are very highly paid. They are almost like junior doctors.
I'm not asking you
already.
to be a nurse. You could be the person who empties the bedpan.
Yeah,
Actually,
which is the other thing. Now you are asking people to empty bedpan and like take like spit from like old people as part of. I just don't like. I think this is not a good idea.
Would you or women be offended if you were given like lesser educated roles as part of your civic service, like street cleaning?
If I would be totally fine with it. Like if I am going to be, you know, a volunteer once a month, I don't expect to take a top position. That's insane. That's like fucking stupid.
I think the important thing is like, okay, in terms of military service, I can see a lot of roles for women, plenty of roles.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm still lost on the roles thing. Angie
Right,
mentioned
plenty of
nursing,
roles,
but
right.
you say nursing cannot.
No, hang on.
You mentioned
Military service. So
now you've made it in military.
because there was 2 sides, right? There's civil service and military service. The military service, right? I can visualize a lot of roles for women.
What? Tell me, give me examples
Right?
before my brain.
Drone operators. You don't have to go to the front line, right? Ammunition, people who prepare ammunition, right? People who pack pallets. In fact, ST Engineering is already doing this. ST Logistics.
I think a lot of the intelligence analysis.
Yes, the AI can help you, but you still need.
They can be in IT, right? They can service.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever roles.
So like, there's a lot of roles for women to take charge of in
so there's
in
no
the
need to
military.
segregate to have a civic and a
there's no
military.
need to-
Just
there's
put
no
them all in
need
the
to-
military.
Just put them all in the
Sure.
military, and then from there they will learn the skills. Maybe during their reserves period, they
Right.
can branch out into civic duties.
Yeah.
Right, I think that is a more logical way to do if they want to bring.
I'm
national
only
service-
saying civic because I don't know what is in the military. I'm just saying that, you know, whatever menial role that is be fulfilled by these women could do it.
But at the same time, I also see I also see it's not just for women, for like whether it's male, female, any gender in between, right? It's great as a teenager to actually get 6 to 8 months or maybe even a year and a half of whatever civic or military national service that you have to go through, because very often, and this is a fucking 300-year-old guy speaking, right? Very often I realize that we take for our youth for granted. We have all these things that we have, we don't know where it came from, right? And we all, like the 3 of us boys here, we have gone through national service, and we probably hate, even if you don't hate the national service itself, you hate the time that you got wasted, right? But now looking back, right, you realize that, hey, I was a cog in a very, very big machine that kept certain things running. It may not be the perfect thing. Obviously, it's
my weapon is not even in use anymore. Like the FH88 and FH2000 is completely
it's
different.
completely we'll
even if I go back into reservist now, right?
We'll never see it.
And
again.
I still we're not gonna fire the weapon.
After Ukraine, we'll never see it again.
No, but like if you look at what's happening around globally, like with all the wars that's happening, like they're all running out of men. You know, like Russia, Ukraine running out of men because all the men are fleeing, and then so many die, and then women are like being asked to like go in right now. Like Russia as well, they lost so many men, and Russia's birth rate is also very low. And then like it's a reality that we have to face.
Okay, hang on. I don't want to talk about national service to prepare for war. I want to talk about national service
as a deterrence,
a pathway that the young people in every society can go through to gain a better appreciation of the place that they're living in.
So going back to my one of my earlier points, I think it just takes away too much from the economy, lah.
Yeah,
I think
the balance
if both like men and women serve. So if let's say we remove the civic duty part of it and then we just dump everybody in the military and everybody serves in the military, I think it just takes away too much. Plus their reservist cycle, and then on top of all of these duties, like I said before, women still might end up giving birth. They still might have to put their body through that sacrifice of childbirth, and then like subsequently the majority of the time it is the women who have to spend the time to do the child rearing as well.
Yeah,
it feels super unfair.
No, I'm not saying that they go through 2 years. I'm not saying that they go through 2 years.
There's no this notion of equality, right? I think is end up just hurts women even more. Like it doesn't do them any favors. And then
I actually disagree. I would say that a lot of my girlfriends who are single or even if they're married, they're single, they are child free. A lot of them are actually volunteering on the weekends already.
No, they can volunteer. There's no issue. You want to voluntarily perform a service, all the power to you. But then it's a separate thing when the government basically points a gun to your head and says, if you do not serve...
That's what they're doing for men, right?
Yeah, but there's no need for us to have this like false equality between men and women for the sake of attaining equality. I don't think that's a good idea. And then furthermore, like what I keep repeating, there are a lot of sacrifices that women may voluntarily take in the future, such as childbirth, child rearing, so on and so forth. Then on top of that, they have to perform the same duties as men. Then the men don't have to do any of these like bodily sacrifices. How is it fair for women by then? You're not achieving equality at all.
I disagree. I think that's a very patriarchal
Yeah, you're saying that now because you're like 30 something, you can't go to NS anymore. Right. If you are 18-year-old woman, then you're just
but
sacrificing.
You're not getting my point.
You're sacrificing 18-year-old women to go into the military for
You're completely missing my point. I never said that women have to go to NS at 18. I said that when they get to 35 or 40 and they have not had a kid yet, then that's when it comes in. I'm not saying that women go into NS
this is so
at 18
if they don't have a kid at 30 or 40, this is probably their prime of their career, and then you're asking them to sacrifice it for the sake of doing civic duty, right? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Because why are you so willing to sacrifice the time and the bodies of other women for what? Like to fight the patriarchy? Like what's the point here?
It's not to fight the patriarchy. I'm just talking about like a very realistic like scenario because our birth rate is like dropping like nuts, and at some point in time, like I think there has to be. I mean, I'm not saying that
if the birth rate is dropping like nuts, then there's the solution is not to send women into the meat grinder. The solution is to find ways to get women to want to give birth, find the joys of parenting, so on and so forth.
I just honestly don't think that there's a reverse. There's a way to reverse.
No, that it doesn't reverse for you. That's true. I don't think you're the type to want to have children. I don't. No offense by that.
I'm just looking at global trends
I think
doing
this
the
is
statistics.
not. But this is not like a universal thing. I think right now there's just a like financial aspect of it. I agree. It's like very, very expensive to raise a child, so on and so forth. Is there anything that governments can do? I have no idea. Okay, but of course this is a problem that they have to solve. But the way to solve it is not let's just chuck women into the military. Like that's not solving the childbirth
honestly,
problem.
like I would rather that than like being forced to give birth, which I think like is where it is heading.
Nobody
right now.
is gonna force you to give birth, alright, Angie? Holy shit.
I'm not saying me. I'm just saying that like in
Nobody can force women to give birth. Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's like a super authoritarian world, like the Hitler 2.0 already, you know. Not only are women not going to vote for this fella, whoever this fella is, there are men out there who's not going to vote for it as well, including myself. Like, this is a crazy world that we're talking about.
I think one of the biggest criticisms that Rishi Sunak is getting is like, you know, how are you going to get people to vote Conservative if you reintroduce national service into the UK?
So
yeah, I feel like he's
youth are
trying
not gonna work
to.
for
I
you.
feel like he's trying to bomb himself and his party. Honestly, because who the fuck is gonna vote for it? But
He
the
wants
thing
to
is-
bring back the British Empire. He wants to invade India.
But no,
you know,
but the thing is, the other thing is, there are like the people who are really, really crazy and for this. And they're like, yes, we need to bring back manliness in men and then like have a strong military and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. There's no way.
They don't have the money for it.
I think there's no political will as well.
You know what they say, soft times create weak men. Nowadays, the men are weak as fuck. They're all pussified. Can't tell which end of a gun to point at a bad guy.
I'm just saying that this is already happening in some parts of the world where women's rights are being rolled back and then they are being forced to give birth. Many of them who don't want to have babies, you know, they are getting restricted access to ob-gyns, and then it's a fact. Like, everybody thinks that, you know, society always goes forward. It always progresses, and then we are all going to get real enlightened. But it's not the case, and we've seen that many, many times over the past couple of years. That, you know, like freedoms that you thought that you had, for example, even just, you know, like what happened to Hong Kong, it can go away. It doesn't always progress.
Let me
to
wait, hang on. Let me just grab this.
liberalism.
Let me give oh, just nice. Look guys, this is white color. I'm gonna give Angie the white pill. Holy shit!
No thanks.
Can you like have the antidote to your black pill? Holy shit, Angie! Just like down here, just like, oh my god, women's rights are being taken away. All women are just gonna be like birthing pigs. They're just gonna be like, their legs are gonna be up in the air and they're just gonna be pumped full of semen and just gonna be like making quintuplets all day, every day. And then and then once your vagina is dried up, you're gonna be a nurse. You're gonna be like scooping up poop for old men.
Isn't that a story for Gears of War? Because, you know, there's
I have no idea.
running out of people to fight the aliens, so every woman is instructed to go to breeding, like
There's gonna be a breeding pig.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just
shit.
go and have, you know, then like in Gears 4, Gears 3, there's like this one female character. I think she did her duty and then she went to fight. So she did both.
This is the NG. This character is NG. Holy shit. She's just gonna be like, I'm gonna do my civic duty. I don't want to give up, but I'm gonna do my civic duty. I'm gonna be a breeding pig. And then later, I'm gonna fight. Okay? Just to show the men. Just show the men how it's done, yo. Fuck the patriarchy.
Actually, to just at one point to support Angie's theory, right? Do you guys remember, and I hate to use this word, do you guys remember the Islamic revolution that happened in so many countries?
Yeah.
Where are you
Like,
going with this, Dan?
You are
where are you
making
going
jokes
with
about it, but it's really happening across the world. There are rising
She's-
right-wing
you-
factions that
correct me if
are
I'm
getting
wrong.
into power.
Correct. You are afraid that liberties will be taken away, and that's
They are already being taken away right
fair
now.
fair enough.
all
In
this
Germany,
all
like
this
the
is
neo-Nazi parties are like rising up, and you know
all this is
these
just a
things are
cycle,
happening.
it's
And
a
then you're
political
like, oh my
cycle,
God, sorry, you know,
okay.
like blah blah blah. Things can happen. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
okay. Chill out with the black pill, Angie. Holy shit, you're depressing everyone. But all things are political cycles, okay? Sometimes the left wing wins,
It's
sometimes
just
the
about
right
which
wing.
cycle you're in. We've lived through a really, really nice period for women, and then like, you know,
Yep, exactly.
goodbye to that.
Goodbye to that.
What's going on with this siege mentality that's going on? Every time I hear siege mentality, I get more and more anxious. And then
I mean, wouldn't you be anxious about the state of the world if you're constantly bombarded by images everywhere globally, like of all the bad shit that's happening?
yeah, I'm already anxious. I'm already
Yeah.
like incredibly anxious.
It's so
and
funny.
worried.
I was talking to, how old was that kid? I think she was like 8 or something, and then she started rambling on about like climate change and then like how anxious she felt about climate
Oh, did
change.
you detect real fear in that kid?
No, she. I think she said something like, "Oh, I wish I wasn't born because now I have to deal with climate change." You know, which was kind of quite sad but funny in a very sad way.
How come you can make fun of the black pillars and I can't make fun of black pillars? You can make fun of little kids with their anxiety about climate change.
Because
Okay. Yeah, you want to say something?
No, I wanted to ask whether our audience has anything to say. We can't take away the voice of the audience and give it to.
Actually, they.
Clipper says
they
our
could-
commando parachute riggers are female.
Yeah.
What's that?
The people who pack parachutes.
Is that sexist?
What's that? Like
No,
you
why?
put it into the bag?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the most important
Oh.
job to put it
Yeah.
into the bag. But you must put it in a very particular way so that it will like 100% open after you pull the damn
Do you know
rope.
that if you go to a private
Who gets to go into parachutes?
commandos,
Like, do all
ah?
of you? Oh, no, only commandos.
Yeah, commandos are elf.
Alphonsus.
Alphonse is a
Andre.
commando.
Andre, yeah.
Yes.
That's why Andre has that burn on
I mean,
his
I
hand.
know Andre is a commando. I didn't know
Yeah.
Elf was a commando.
Yeah,
Wow.
elf is.
Okay.
Yeah. So they get to jump out of airplanes, but once their boots are on the ground, they do everything the same as we do.
Oh, is it?
No, commandos they do it worse. They have to survive 7 days on.
But
on
don't
their
they
own
get
shit,
more
man.
like glory or something? I don't know.
Yeah, first to die. Lor.
Wait, is it first to die the people like cannon fodder? What's the my brother is cannon fodder?
they are commando first to die. Commando
is
will go and like
behind enemy lines.
Correct.
They might even be thrown out of the airplane.
infantry.
They do like the-
Infantry is just to kill good only. They go there and then they just
Yeah.
then pick up bones and then just like
Correct.
feast that
Infantry is
night.
to hold ground.
Yeah, that's my job. My job is to pack
The
bodies.
commando is the one that's like here is this like enemy commander and then there's like 60 tons of fuel. Go and blow it up.
Who's the one who's sitting behind the desk and then like, okay, yeah, you boys
None
go
of us
ahead.
here.
But I am sitting behind. I'll be firmly entrenched in one of the RT
Then-
sites.
Then goes to find the enemy and radios to John. John shoots the gun to destroy the enemy.
And destroys that as well.
And destroys them as well. And then I'm there to pick up the bodies.
Wait, you're a medic, right? But are you like when you're a medic, are you only a medic or do you have other duties
No,
to
you're a
perform?
soldier
also?
first.
Okay.
Right? You're a soldier first. And then you're a medic next.
But do medics get like a special dispensation? Like you don't go like straight into fire or something?
No. Platoon medics fight
Oh.
with the platoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one's special.
No one special.
You all die the same way.
I wish in an alternate universe, right? Like in our society, like balls are very important. So like instead of like collecting my dog tags, you have to collect my balls. So after I fall in battle, you have to go collect.
You just want that space marine thing. Right?
You gotta scrape it off,
Yes,
man.
yes,
You have to
yeah,
shrink
put it in
it.
a jar.
No, shrink it and then make it into a pendant.
The pendant.
And then they have become a fucking hex voodoo object.
Oh yeah, then you can do your black magic
Dan
even from
Wong's
death.
shrunken testicles here.
You can do the
Gold item.
you can be part of black magic rituals.
yes.
Thereby like fulfilling your what?
My what? Southeast Asian anti-colonialist fantasy, is it?
Yes, exactly.
We should decolonize this podcast by using Hokkien.
Hockey. Hey, you know, like one of the very, very common criticism that we get on TikTok is that we use fuck too much. Then
Especially-
they accuse us.
Especially
you.
Angie.
I don't think we're overdoing it. I think it's okay.
No,
like
and
a
the thing
normal
is, right, they
conversation,
always
right?
say like, you trying to be Western, is it? You trying to Angmo Tuaki. And then I'm just like, you know what? We can also do an entire session of like vulgarities just
Yeah,
in
yeah,
our
just in
local
Let's
Hokkien,
fucking
lingo.
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, let's fucking do it.
No, not fucking do it. Gan, let's do it.
操你
Bye.
妈的!
Yeah, the Chinese people like to say, "What when I play like Dark Tide and you know, fucking all the games, they always say that.
Isn't it the Anupi, right?
Yeah.
But that's
What does
not
that even
no,
mean?
but that's
I don't
not
know.
local lingo though. I want like the
You
real
want- okay.
Singlish vulgarities.
Do okay. What do the Malays and Indians say?
I don't know, man.
Kimak.
What does it mean?
Sial.
That's not a swear word. It must be like quite vulgar.
I mean, it's like not nice.
okay, it's not nice.
The Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know anything else other than that. Jerry, you are the most linguistically talented of us all.
No, man.
You're the most educated.
Singlish vulgarities.
I think Yeah, we have to go. I have to go and refresh my vocabulary.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
a Cantonese? Oh wait. Okay, come. You need.
屌你老母啊
DLLM.
快啲啊屌
Yeah.
Shit.
誒傻仔。
哇 this one
Aiya.
this one Natalie with them fucking happy about it. She's always like obsessed with language and especially Cantonese because it's Cantonese.
How's it pronounced? It's so high, right?
So high.
So high.
死仆街
Hokkien swear word number 1, kan, which
Kan.
means fuck. The universal F word, akin to tiu in Cantonese and
Okay.
poo in Teochew. I have not heard the Teochew one.
I'm sure
You know
you're
how to
getting the
pronounce it?
intonations wrongly.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't think it's poo, right? It's poo.
Paw is it?
Poo.
Pu.
Oh,
It says
pu-
pu.
Oh like the poo
Like
ball
poo
kia.
ball, yeah.
Oh, poo.
yeah,
Oh,
poo.
okay.
Ooh.
You hear it uniquely as kanina in Singapore, abbreviated as KNN. Our research shows that there may be 2 possible derivations to KNN. First, it means to kan lin ya, which means fuck your mother. An alternative explanation is kan lin a, which literally means fuck
干
your
林娘啊，is 干林娘啦。
kani nabe.
干林拿 is
Fuck
干
your
林
father.
拿不诶。
But I mean, in response to those criticism, I feel like even if we are talking normally, we would use such language. Right?
Wait. There's this Hokkien swear word that I've never heard
Okay.
before, and it's called xiao or something.
小
小 is sperm 啊
Yeah.
，semen。
I've never heard this before. What? How do you use it?
Have lah.
Oh, 水小.
小
水小啦
I thought 水小 was unlucky, but
Yeah lah, you are unlucky sperm lah. You're the sway sperm that never got to meet the egg.
好小. Oh,
Ah,
okay. Oh my
好小,
god.
ah.
What? Okay. What else? 林北林部靠北靠部. That's
got
it.
chu- got
That's
chu-
it.
Inside got 秋青鏡啊，
Juicing get. What's that?
What's choosing?
怕秋青 is masturbate 啊。So 秋青 is you are squirt.
This one is I never heard of one. This one.
What? So you're a masturbator. You're just laughing at the guy
No,
who's.
秋青 is like you are the
秋青
guy who got squirted out.
秋青架
So you're the discarded sperm.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Interesting.
Okay, we are reaching. Actually, we are already crossed the 2 hours mark.
Hooray!
I'm going to finish up with our 7-year anniversary. We actually had
Are you sharing this?
no,
Okay.
not sure. Yeah.
Never mind. Let me take my leave for a little bit. I'll come back with something.
Oh, okay. Wow, got surprise. I also don't know what's going on. Okay, so we actually just celebrated our 7th year in May. So Natalie, our wonderful Discord moderator, actually came out with like this questionnaire that we shared across our social media.
Hooray!
A few people participated, including you, Dan Wong.
I did not.
I am discounting your entry.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. Okay, so for this particular questionnaire, it's like we are role playing a party that's going to be happening, and then the people will come up and key in their responses. I'm going to only read the winning response. So the winner, I'll say the name at the end of it. Okay, so setting up the party. This year, the LongKangKitties are partying in your favorite GRC SMC. Which district is the party at? Okay, Aljunied GRC. No, not Yishun. You are the Yishun boy. Okay. The LongKangKitties have set a theme for this party. What is it? Furries. Oh no, I hate the furries. What are you wearing to match the dress code? Doraemon. Who still loves Doraemon here?
Who
Anyone?
doesn't love Doraemon?
I fucking hate Doraemon.
Why? He's
Guys,
like
I'm
a
sorry,
cat,
I grew too old for Doraemon.
but he's a cat with a infinity pouch, and you can
He's
pull
like-
anything you want out of it.
He's like really dumb.
All the better to exploit, isn't it?
You know what happened to Doraemon? You know, actually he's supposed to have ears. He's supposed to
A mouse nibbled it off.
yeah,
Right? That's what I
a
read.
mouse.
Oh my god.
And then that's why he no longer has the infinite power supply.
What
Oh.
infinite power supply?
So that thing is actually his batteries. So once the thing nibbles off, right, Doraemon will eventually die.
That's so
What?
sad.
Yep.
Oh.
I think I just spoiled like the series.
So did Doraemon die in the end?
You want me to spoil the series?
Yeah, of course.
So I think the series, the creator never ended the series.
Right.
But then they have this like acceptable Fanon is fanfic canon.
Okay.
Okay, Fanon. So not strictly canon. Okay, but
Fan canon.
Fanon. Okay,
Okay.
but it's
enough.
widely accepted by the community,
Okay.
which is the main character. What's his name? Shinji, is it? I think the main character.
No idea.
Can't remember. Okay, the main character.
Okay.
He's actually in the future
Yeah.
the smartest person on the planet, and then he's the one who created Doraemon
Okay.
to send Doraemon back into the past so that he can fulfill the time loop.
Oh, it's a time loop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then he knows that Doraemon will have his ears bitten off.
For somebody who doesn't like Doraemon, you know so much about the lore. Like I like Doraemon as in I like the mascot and I like the soft toys. I don't even know the lore.
It's because I know the law, that's why I
Jerry,
developed
what
a
is this? What
hatred.
is this?
Thank you.
Oh,
Whiskey.
Oh, it's
Oh.
for me.
oh, got special one for NG, yeah.
Specific.
Weird.
Smoky one.
Oh, thank you. Wow, you remember. Thank you very much.
Smoker. Okay, let me continue with the entry. Okay, you head over to get some food. One dish is going fast. It's clearly a crowd favorite. What dish is it? Fried bee hoon.
Okay.
Ambience matters. Dan Cat has put a huge mural that he's worked on for this occasion. What did he draw? Singapore skyline caricature. Actually, I can believe that you will draw that. Yes. You'll draw like MBS as three dicks
giant
in the,
penis, yeah.
three penises in the background, and
Yeah.
what's that building that looks like a palm that faced the Supreme Court? I think you actually draw like an actual hand, maybe like grabbing a TD or something, right? I feel like that's what you would do.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one building that looks like a five hand. I can't remember which one is it, but
In the City Hall area, right?
City Hall. Yeah. Okay. Nothing grinds Jerry Cat's gears like the sound of Asian koal. And here's one right now. What does Jerry Cat do to make it stop? Shoot it with a super soaker. Do you have you have the Nerf gun, right? You have Nerfs, right? Yeah, I think you'll shoot it with the Nerf guns. Okay, hidden talent. Angie is actually very musically inclined. She's about to play a tune on the grand piano. What song do you request her to play and why? What is this? Holy shit, I can't even read this.
I can't
What is
read
this?
it.
What is this word? Jerry.
Oh,
okay. To remember our pioneer struggle in a country with uncertain future.
Okay, actually that's very good. That's nice.
Okay, John K is the most handsome NC at this party. After Angie finished playing and takes a bow, John K gets on stage, microphone in his paw. What does he say? All of you go fuck yourselves.
How rude.
I feel like I wouldn't say something like that, but okay.
Yeah, you're quite PR when it comes to like social events. You do
I
the
quite PR all the
thing.
time.
No, not all the time. Not all the time.
Angie backed me out on this. I quite PR all the time.
Angie, why are you looking at a sexy picture
I
of
really
Rishi
like this.
Sunak?
I really like this.
Okay, moving on.
Why do you
Nature's
have to-
calling and use. Yeah, that's why. Haven't we finished this one first?
一齊飲嘛
Yeah, we just wait for this one to finish. Okay. Nature's calling. And you sleep away for a toilet break. As you enter, you bump into one of the guests. The guest can be a guest on that has appeared or your wishlist future guest.
Okay.
Who is this guest? Pritam Singh.
Whoa.
Shanmugam.
I think
been my answer
Shanmugam is like I made fun of him too much already.
This be my answer for like all the questions that we've had for our wish list guest. Shanmugam is my constant answer.
I mean, I love Shanmugam. I praise him a lot, but I also make fun of him a lot. So I don't know.
I would like to see you call him 5'8" to his face.
I think I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, we
I
can
think
take
he
it
can
politely.
take it.
Yeah, I think he can
I
take it.
think you can take it.
I could do that. Okay. Birthdays party usually end with a cake, but the LKK is ending but mainstream. They are marking this occasion with 7 celebrity items instead of a cake. What are they? Champagne.
No.
But we're not drinking champagne.
No.
We're drinking whiskey. So
Cheers, guys.
cheers,
Cheers,
guys. Happy
70th
7th anniversary. Thank you very much, listeners, for joining in for this wonderful 7 years.
Yay!
Here's to another 7 more years.
Oh my god.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Abo ta bo lam pa.
What in one shot? You're supposed to enjoy it, man. Come on.
Jerry's like,
Can-
oh my god, this is my $200 whiskey. You
Can
just
enjoy
one-shot
another
it.
cup. Okay,
Oh,
the
it's
winner.
nice, Jerry. Thank you.
The winner of this celebratory response is Dezo.
Hooray!
Thank you very much, Dezo. Dezo,
Dezo the Mezzo.
fella that I know a long while back. I haven't actually contacted him in a while. But
I'm
thanks,
gonna go
thanks
listen.
for.
I'm gonna go listen to the 无所能yang theme song.
Well,
Just to
what? I
see.
don't even know what it is. What's a Uswan?
It's like a TV series last time, right?
Right. Okay.
Wasn't it?
Isn't it? That's the one,
I
right?
don't know.
It was the one with Huang Wenyong and Xiang Yun.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. If you want to play, you have to play on this one. On this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna only play for a while because if not, I'm gonna have an endless feedback loop.
Copyright strike.
Let me.
Okay, guys. We'll send you the link. You go and play yourself if you if you want to. Get copyright struck. That's good, right?
It's good.
Do you taste the cake and aftertaste?
What did you give me?
This
Oh
is-
wait, I just realized I can't do it.
No,
Because this
ouch,
thing doesn't have a
ow,
speaker.
ow, ow.
Ah, damn. Okay lah.
This is Taiwanese. This is a Kavalan King Car. It's liquid cake.
Liquid
Oh,
cake.
liquid
Yeah.
cake.
It's really good. It's
Okay.
really good. This is my favorite whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah, that is Artback Corryvreckan. That is a Scottish Islay whiskey.
Right.
That's one of the more smoky ones.
The Scottish whiskies always tend to be smoky.
Not true.
Not all,
Not
but
true.
a lot of the good ones that
Yeah.
I've had are Scottish.
Different regions got different profiles. Yeah.
Look at you, whiskey connoisseur, talking about all these things.
Do you know
I see
there's a-
whiskey, I drink whiskey.
Look at
Right?
this. Look at this. Look at this.
No need to talk about smoky. It is one of the peat flavors, and I detect a note of cinnamon.
I feel like I can taste this better. Is it because of the glass though?
Yes.
I end up doing a very tiny sip.
Yes. And
You
have
can
to stick
smell
your
it,
nose in.
yeah.
Everything. I only have 3. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, boba!
So clever.
Holy shit! Oh
You just
man, I wish
opened-
I've caught that.
You just opened the door.
Oh, the handle is not in the frame though. Shucks.
So sad. Oh, nobody
Okay
got
lah,
to
it's
see
okay
it.
lah.
So anyway, for our doubting audiences, the doubting Thomases, Boba just opened the door right in front of us very nonchalantly. Like I can't even open a can.
Yesterday I went to the bird park.
Now called Bird Paradise.
Bird Paradise. And they had like push-pull
Yes.
doors.
Yes.
And the friend that I went with, I was having difficulty through multiple doors because there are so many fucking doors everywhere. And she's like, Angie, don't you know how to read push or pull?
So you are pulling the push and pushing
Yeah,
the pull.
exactly. But you know what something that I want to bring out about Bird Paradise, right, is that before their doors, right, they have these like beaded things.
I
that
think
are-
remember last time it was the chain. Last time
yeah,
they put
it used
the
to be
chain.
chain,
Yeah.
but now they have this beaded thing, and for what I don't know.
To enter, right?
Yeah,
No,
but,
I think
but
it's to
made
prevent the
Birds
birds.
from flying out.
It's made of some sort of foam, right? And it smells so disgusting. Like I think it just absorbs all the
Everybody's sweat.
and I don't know what, and like you know it's exposed to the elements, and then every time you go past it, right? Imagine yourself being like encapsulated by the perfume of like 1,000 NS boys
Oh my god.
on the train. That's how it smelled like.
Actually, I think they should have continued using the chains. But I
Yeah,
think
I
maybe
think
the
the-
chains was like extra damaging to the birds.
Yeah,
Then the
probably.
foam.
Yeah.
I think the birds still will try to escape. They are birds.
I mean, honestly speaking, is it useful? Because I've seen chains on the return tray stations at hawker centers, and there's still miners inside.
No, yeah, I don't know, but like I was just shocked because like you know it's a tourist destination and it's supposed to be like the best of our best, and then like every time I walk through the chain, the balls of foam, I'm just like,
It's rustic.
this is terrible.
It's rustic.
It's not a good foot to put forward for like tourists. Hear that, Bird Paradise.
All right. We got any last words? We passed 2 hours, 15 minutes. Anybody last words? Happy birthday to us. That's my last word.
Thanks for listening.
I love all of y'all.
I love you guys.
I love the
Holy
three of
shit,
you.
we're
I love all
old.
the listeners.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, anything?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I
Right,
just
you
want to
too?
enjoy my
Drink,
sip.
drink the whiskey.
I think you know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set up a poll on Instagram and ask people how long they've been listening to us. Like 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years. Anyone's been with us from the start?
I don't think so.
That would be like the super fan, I guess.
I think even the earliest that I know of on Discord. Oh, Dezo is actually
really?
from the start.
Yeah.
Because I've known him since before I started.
Because you know, like if they really made it through like the first 40 episodes of our podcast.
Yeah. They're still with us.
They are the super fans. Yeah, they are the original super fans.
Bless you, Dezo.
Sat through all the shit audio and you know, shitty podcast episodes.
We've grown quite a bit, but we still haven't monetized.
We are still bleeding.
We're impossible to monetize.
We are impossible to
monetize.
No
By
By the
brand
way, I
can
just
be-
paid for the SoundCloud subscription again,
Oh,
so
shit.
Yep.
still bleeding money.
Okay, so
Oh, well.
So anyway, guys, before we go, thank you all. I just want to remind you guys that Dan is having a very hard life now, and if you can just spare, some money, you could really improve his life and give him like better teeth.
Then what if you do like a Patreon? But then
Well, what value do I bring?
No,
with this
then just
Patreon?
do a fundraiser. Like set a few goals.
Right.
Like for example, first goal they hit
Ferrari.
$50. No, first goal they hit $50. I mean,
Correct.
we have to be pragmatic. We have to be pragmatic. First goal you hit $50, then you show some feet pics, and then second goal maybe $150. Then you show I don't know your
all
nipples
that
or
farting
something
and
like
feet,
stuff.
it doesn't work. You have to be like a pretty girl for all that content to fly.
You would be surprised. Then
My
Mom.
value is not as high as you think it is. There are no
You would be
legends in the game,
surprised.
man.
Actually, okay. I will give you the actual monetization playbook for e-baggers. Okay? And I know this because I've been through Gamergate, and those were the age of the e-baggers. Okay. Oh, cat cam.
Cat
Cat
cam.
Hello,
Cat
so
cam.
cute.
Or maybe we should just do like a live stream of cats, and then people just give us
He's
money.
got a little chicken leg right there.
Oh, what happened to his leg? Why is he bald?
He over grooms because he's a
Oh, no.
stressy cat.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sad.
baby brown.
My orange also, when he first came to the house, also like that.
Our orange cats all like that.
All orange cats are stressy cats.
Weird. They have no brain cells. Why are they stressed about? They share like one brain cell
They just-
amongst all of them, and they're stressed. Dang.
That's why they are stressed all the time. All of them are just negative feedback of stress. Okay, Demon, I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
you the playbook right now. Okay,
Okay.
you listen to me. Listen now. Okay, first of all, you gotta adopt an ideology that
Okay.
you disagree with, but has a
Yeah,
lot of pay
The
pics.
protect Singapore.
Yes, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Okay.
Then after that, right, you need to go out there.
Okay.
Okay, since you want to grief the protect Singapore people, right?
Yes.
You gotta whack the homos. Okay?
They are fucking homos.
You gotta go out there and then you gotta be like all Bible thumping,
Hey, dude.
whack the homos.
But then you do like such a good imitation of a US reverend, don't you?
Right.
No, he
You've
cannot
done it
he cannot do
many
that. He
times.
do that right, it's too obvious already.
Okay.
You must do like regular then and then
Being a hater.
And you know what's the best part about you? The best part about you, right, is your casual and nonchalant racism.
Do not do that.
And you need to transfer the energy right into homophobia.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with homophobia other than the fact that
Oh.
you would die from AIDS, right?
You know,
No, I
watched-
think you need to be a bit more subtle
you
than
should.
that.
There's this TikTok video that I watched, right? And this guy was talking about the this science center event, and he was like, yeah, but you know, like for example, last time we used to call them these people what was that derogatory?
Faggots.
No, there is a very derogatory local bapok.
Papo.
Yeah, we used to call them bapok, but what's wrong with calling them bapok, right? Like, they're so woke or some shit like that. It's like, actually, it's just a term for describing them. It's not derogatory. You should be like that level.
You should be something like,
my God.
you're quite smart for one of them homos, like
Yeah.
you just have to be like super casual about it.
This is the reason why we are not monetized.
No, you know what's the worst part is that we piss off everybody.
Yes.
It's like we've got no people that we can count on.
Opportunity.
Yeah, this is the worst thing about us. Terrible. We are not grifting enough, I think.
Yeah, we're not.
We just need to pick one side.
The thing is, we actually know how to grief,
Yeah.
but we are too principled to do it. So I'm
Sad.
teaching Dan Wong how to not be a principled human and be a piece of shit.
You're forgetting one very major and important thing. The reason why you're in charge is because I'm too lazy.
I'm not in charge because I'm talented or I'm like special or I know any special knowledge. I'm in charge because nobody else wants to fucking do it.
But okay, what about like just the oldest profession in the book then? Like you just lie there and take it.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate lazy work, right? You just open your butt cheeks and
Angie, you gotta clench your anus.
but you can't do it because yours is destroyed.
Destroy it.
So you will be a warm wet hole for like all the men who want to enter you.
Wow.
That was really $20. There's no such thing as
No, but hey, Dan got other talents. He could do the dirty Dan. Some people will pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Right. I haven't done that in some time actually.
Yeah, some people will pay for it.
Oh, remind me again, it's something about char kway teow, right? What was it again?
So what you do is that you purposely like keep on aging.
And
like,
we
don't-
have reached the end of the episode. Thank you very
Wait,
much
we were
for
just about to
listening.
monetize this.
We just cut to the.
We just cut to
We
this.
just cut to this.
Wonderful.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please bear with us while we solve the problem.
What is the dirty Dan? Char kway teow. No.
Okay. Anyway, I think we really should call it.
Yeah, we got the point.
Yep. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Join our Discord. Find us on Instagram. Find us on TikTok. Don't bother with Facebook lah. Fuck Facebook lah.
Fuck Instagram.
Next episode, we are
Fuck
interviewing.
Facebook.
Wait, did Angie say fuck Instagram?
Yeah, I said fuck Instagram.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Then
okay.
then
Fuck
TikTok.
Meta. Yeah,
then just
fuck-
TikTok
yeah.
and YouTube and Spotify. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the three to go. TikTok, YouTube, Spotify.
Do we have an X presence?
Actually,
You
I
want
do.
to manage?
I do.
You do.
Wait, hang on. I already created it.
Oh,
I created
okay.
it like
Then
4
do
years
it.
ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Now X can XXX already.
No, it's always been that way.
always been that way.
It's always
No,
been.
but it doesn't. Didn't he recently do something about the XXX content?
I think now
I
it's
don't
just
think so.
more open. Previously.
No. There was something about
Yeah,
Elon
yeah,
Musk
yeah.
and like.
Yes.
Excellent. Now I feel like getting on
Sex
Twitter now.
content.
Okay, we'll never end. Let's stop here.
We're gonna we're gonna stop here and maybe you'll find us on X one day.
Yeah.
Maybe if I get bothered to go and like actually set up the account. Okay, and with that should be the end of it. See you. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Wave for the camera, Angie and Dan Wong. Okay, cut to YouTube live.
YouTube live.
And then stop streaming. We're still live. Dan Wong, when are you gonna get the hemorrhoids cut out of your butthole?
Oh, they stopped using formally.